Hello, and welcome to Weekly Affirmations. Joe, can you start us off the right way with our theme song?
Oh, I said a weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
It's pretty decent. So welcome to Weekly Affirmations.
Papaya!
With Papaya. We are very glad to be here with you today. Oh, look at all of that chat hype. Hello! It is a beautiful Friday here in Seattle. We actually have like a 70-degree day with sunshine. So you know after this, we're gonna just be like rolling in the grass. And if you are joining us for the first time today and you do not know what Weekly Affirmations is, well, you're in for a treat. Weekly Affirmations is a show about indie and freeform RPGs. It happens, as you guessed, every week, Fridays at 3 p.m. here on Hyper Rabbit Power Go. I am your host, Strix, and we like to start our days off with saying 3 things that we like, and I don't think Papaya is prepared. So 3 things that I like today are bots. Specifically the bots that replace the word female with the Ferengi that says female. Oh, Hyper Rabbit Power Go! Paradigm shift, you are starting us off with our first affirmation today. I didn't even get through my likes. But you guys keep them coming.
Evo, the corp that cares.
Or Evo, the corp that cares. All right, paradigm shift. You, are you ready for this? Are a gifted, buzzing panda. Congratulations on your weekly affirmation. So I'll explain affirmations here in just a second. We're gonna get through, oh, there's our sound. Much better than the creepy LSD sound. Joe's gonna hate me forever. So here at Weekly Affirmations, we do start off our week with things that we like. And I was mentioning the bot that replaces the word female with the Ferengi female on all text on the internet. It's a great plugin. Females.
I know the person that made that.
Yeah?
That's hilarious.
It's a really fun bot. The second thing that I like is mint chocolate chip ice cream. And the third thing that I like is ferrets. Because they are crazy, yo. Crazy. It's crazy. What about you? Who are you? And what are your likes?
I'm Anna. I am the production and programming manager here at Hyper Rabbit Power Go. And I like sleep, mimosas, and community.
Aww.
How's that for on the spot?
I think that's pretty good.
Huh?
Wait, community like the show or community is in like the community?
No. The community.
Ah, okay, yeah.
All
like
of you. Hashtag save papaya.
Hashtag save papaya.
You're getting that in early, huh?
Oh yeah.
Are you
kidding me?
Yeah. So I am Liz, hello. And I like Sailor Moon. Fuzzy, no, I said that last week. I like Sailor Moon. The color purple, the actual color purple, not the movie, which I haven't seen, but I'm sure is great. And 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, wow.
I know, took a turn.
Oh, Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Strix, you are a luminescent, compassionate naiad. Thank you for hashtag Weekly Affirmations.
Naiads, I like it. Do you know what naiads are?
I thought I did until I saw it spelled that way.
So a naiad is like a water nymph.
Okay, so it's just an alternate spell.
Yep. All right, so Ethereal, I have an affirmation for you as well, so I hope you are ready, because you are an exuberant, beaming chipmunk. So imagine a chipmunk with just all those nuts stuffed in that mouth, and you're just like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Aww. That is your affirmation. I hope you are affirmed, and that you have a great weekend. You were saying?
Oh, well, to answer Fire Raven, the band, though actual 9 Inch Nails, I guess, have their uses, so.
What do you use 9 Inch Nails for?
Hammering into things.
But is
and
there like a
securing
specific,
things,
like,
probably.
kind of anchoring that you do with 9 Inch? Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
I have no idea.
So it looks like we just had a sub. Who was it?
Final Fantasy IX Master.
Oh, Final Fantasy IX Master.
Well, FFAX.
We were supposed to pronounce it.
FFix.
FF9.
FFix.
I believe the proper pronunciation is FF9.
FF9?
Yes.
FF9. Thank you for subscribing.
F9.
You get an affirmation.
That's right. And, ooh, yes. Oh, yes, FF9, you are an elegant, calling koala. And you know, anytime we have koalas and calling, we gotta do a noise. However, today, we're gonna share that around. Oh, yes, Liz. What does a calling koala sound like?
A calling. Hyper Rapid Power Go! Good timing!
What is that?
Zen is where it's at. Hashtag Evo, you know the rest.
A calling koala probably sounds, you know, they're kind of like lazy. They just cling in trees.
Koalas are assholes.
Are they
Kinda jerks.
assholes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that
So it
changes
should
the
be
whole
angry.
game.
It
So
should be an
it should
angry.
be like an angry lazy sound, so like a yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's good.
That's how I feel
Good
about
angry
that.
koala.
Guys, please save papaya.
Oh, papaya.
Save Saranja.
Okay, so I believe that was Zenblade.
No, that was 9.
FF9 just got their
FF9.
affirmation. So
And
next, is
is
Zenblade.
Zenblade.
Okay, so the next affirmation is for Zenblade. Ooh. Hyper Rapid Power Go! Dark Cookies.
Hashtag Evo, hashtag Savepipaya.
Save that papaya.
Savepapa.
Save that papaya. All right, Zenblade, here is your affirmation for today. You are a clean, equivocating Cerebus, which is, you know, the three-headed dog. So that's actually kind of interesting. And if you're equivocating, it means like all of the dog heads are like, hey, what's up, what's up? I don't know what you're doing. I hope that you are affirmed.
And so the next one is Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck, that was one of my favorite cartoons
That was
as a
such
kid.
a good cartoon.
His name in chat is actually Dark Winter Dreams, but we all call him Darkwing Duck.
All right, Dark Winter Dreams, Dark Winter Duck. Here is your weekly affirmation. You are an assertive, scintillating salamander, which are, of course, a magical creature. I hope you are affirmed.
It's also some really good alliteration.
I know, that came out really well.
FF9 Master, it's the second one.
What?
It's Cerberus, not
Oh.
Cerebus.
Cerebus, yes, Cerberus. All right, we were talking about 9 Inch Nails. We're gonna leave that alone.
Yep.
Okay, so what are we doing on Weekly Affirmations this week? Well, we are playing the final chapter, the third chapter, of The Warren. This is written by Marshall Miller, and it is produced by Builly Pullpit Games. It's available for purchase online at their website, which is Builly Pullpit. And there are an additional amount of play sets, we call them worlds, that are available for free in PDF form. Today, we are going to be playing my playset, which I co-wrote with A.A. George. And to explain a little bit about this playset, it takes place in India. So you can run the Warren really anywhere. Hyper Rapid Power Go!
Save papaya. Not really though. Hashtag Horizon. We know what you need.
Oh, that was sad.
Et tu, Fire Raven.
All right, Fire Raven, I'm gonna give you an affirmation for that. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So you are a faithful, sparkling kraken. Beautiful sound. So I hope you feel affirmed. That is your affirmation for this lovely weekend. All right, so Marshall Miller's The Warren, produced by Builly Pullpit Games, which you can buy online at their website. We are going to be playing Bellinopoli Fields today, which is, again, a setting that I co-wrote with A.A. George. This setting is based in rural India, southern India, actually in the south of Bangalore. And I wrote this because, well, I was there. I was working with an organization called Shanti Bhavan's Children's Project. It's really quite an amazing NGO. Oh, Hyper Rapid Power Go! Fernantalk.
Hashtag Renraku. Today's solutions to tomorrow's problems.
Ah, corpse ends. All right, Fernantalk. I hope you're ready for your affirmation this week because you are a calm, achieving bunny. You're a calm, achieving bunny. Which, as we know, most bunnies are not calm, so that is quite a feat.
Well done.
Well done. And you got the bunny card. So you're like the special guest of today.
Yeah.
You should run. Just saying. You've seen how this game goes.
They're not dead yet. It's been 2 chapters.
There's a yet in that sentence.
Well, we all die, Liz. We all die.
Especially bunnies.
So I said that earlier. I'm like, we are all gonna die today, and she's like, Anna, we all die eventually. And I'm like,
That's not reassuring.
you know what I meant.
I like to be very Zen Buddhist about it. So this playset actually came out of real-world experience that we had in southern India with Shanti Bhavan's children's project. And the playset map actually features the school right over here. And our bunnies, I'll hold this up for you. Our bunnies have been actually interacting with some of the school children. I think one of them was abducted. Hyper Power Go!
Save papaya. Don't worry, Anna. This is just for RAL.
Rad.
Ah.
Somebody did that one for Railtia. Thank you.
Hyper Power Go! Alright, down Corp and Flyer. And who's
Railtia.
Railtia?
The lack
like
of ravens in the affirmation deck is a sorrow. All power to Corvids, our liberators. #setter-Krupp and the dragon we ravens trust.
You know, I think he has a point. Hyper Power Go!
It's true, there's
So
some
Ral
ravens
now
in the
gets
deck.
2.
#save papaya for Ralisha.
See, even the thing doesn't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, Ral.
So it's Ral
It's Railtia.
Rail-
Railtia.
Realtia.
Railtia.
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 There we go. I've got it. All right, Railtia, here is your first affirmation of today, because you're getting a second one here pretty soon. But you are a gentle, juggling Kelpie, which, if you don't know what a Kelpie is also a sea creature, which is one of my personal favorites. I hope you're affirmed. Yay! Okay, and then we have
Kopenflager.
Kopenfreiger, which we decided no one knows how to pronounce.
Why not? It's Kopenflager.
It reminds me of
Why is that hard?
the opening to that one song, like Froggen, 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 Froggen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. A pretty fly for a white guy.
Yes. It reminds me to the opening of Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Now you know.
Oh dear.
All
Knowing
right.
is half the battle.
All right. I agree that there should be more ravens in the deck. We're going to work on that. So, Corbin Flagger, here is your affirmation for today. You are beautiful, gliding goo. So just imagine that goo. Beautiful.
You glide, goo. You glide.
I like it. It reminds me of Final Fantasy, actually. All right,
And
then
now Railtia again.
we're back to Railtia. Railtia. Railtia.
You sure it's not ra oh la la ra ga 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 Latia?
Strix facts, you're always affirmed when you're with Strix. Aww. All right, Railtia, here's your second affirmation of today. You are a fascinating, believing centaur. That's right, a fascinating, believing centaur. That's a pretty good one.
Ral, don't worry. I'm sure I'll get one later.
All right, are we caught up for now?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Shockingly. And don't forget, I believe we have a giveaway.
we do. I'm trying to get through, like, just the beginning here.
What? You make it seem like you keep getting interrupted or something.
I don't know. I mean, they're lovely interruptions. I hope they just keep happening throughout the rest of the day. Because I could just really just read affirmations for 2 hours straight.
Which would, in fact, save papaya.
You have a point.
Tossing that out
You
there.
have a point. So, more about the show today. We're getting there. If you would like to interact with us, please do. We love it. Drop by and chat. Maybe tell us what's going on. Say what's one thing you're looking forward to this weekend. And also, if you haven't noticed, you can donate or subscribe to get your own personal affirmation straight from me to you from our lovely affirmation matrix. So anytime you donate or subscribe, you get one of these affirmations from us. You can dedicate this affirmation to someone else, take it for yourself, or, just do it for Evo, or as technology, or really any of the corpsins, because that seems to be the most popular. You can also interact with us on Twitter today with the hashtag GameFeels with a Z at the end. With the hashtag game feels, again, you can affirm whoever you want in whatever way that you want. Midway through the show and at the end, I will read out some of these tweets live to you guys on air. So this is a nice time to kind of pick each other up, pat each other on the back, and be like, you're awesome. We love doing that. Oh, Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Oh, see, I told you.
Shouldn't ruin my husband's life with bugs. I'm just saying, Martel.
Hashtag Evo, the corp that cares. This one is for Anna.
Aww. Safe papaya.
All right, Anna, are you ready for Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Game of Thrones.
It's gonna
One
remind
for
me.
Anna. Save papaya.
All right, so Anna gets 2 affirmations in a row, which I think is a record for any of our hosts here. So are you ready for these? Anna, you are a cooperative, shining owlbear.
Owlbear?
Owlbear.
Yes. I want to hear that sound, Anna.
I get to play tabletop games.
So Anna, I'm curious, what does an owlbear sound like? Like Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Oh, I like it.
No,
I
it's
like it.
somewhere between a who and a grr kind of a noise.
like
It's
So just incidentally, like.
that's like their
Toolman.
call.
Got it.
I got it. It acts like it sounds like they're always asking a question.
Yeah.
Aroo, I'm gonna kill you. Aroo. All right, Anna, your
What are
second
the rules for this
affirmation.
game? Translate that for you.
All right, you ready for your second affirmation? Because I don't know if you can handle this one. Because you, Anna, are a radical, blinking chinchilla. I'm soft and fuzzy. You're a radical blinking chinchilla, which is kind of awesome. Because chinchilla, you know, as we know, chinchillas have the softest fur.
It's true.
So soft.
And you know, if you're radical, you probably get to wear a cool bandana too.
Look at all them owls.
Oh, owl bears.
And a couple bears. Nice.
Get it? Owl, owl, bear, bear. Sloth, frog, sloth. All right, so I've explained what we're doing today. I've explained how interactions work. We've gotten through our names and the things that we like. So I think we actually get to talk about the game now.
Ooh.
So we are on, again, chapter 3 of our campaign, Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
Yes. No talking about the campaign, says chat.
Hashtag Renraku would like an affirmation for Strix because here at Renraku we love positivity and murdering bunnies.
You guys are awesome around here. Okay.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh, did you see what came up for Strix? I think this is the most accurate affirmation I've ever seen in my life, and it's my own one, so this is special. So
It's very disturbing.
it is not disturbing. So I am a powerful, cajoling owl. Literally, couldn't be better. Powerful, cajoling owl. I like this one. Can we write this down somewhere? I'm gonna tweet it later. A powerful, cajoling
Make
owl.
it your Twitter name.
Terrifying.
Powerful cajoling owl.
Powerful, cajoling owl. All right.
Terrifying.
It's not terrifying.
We're doomed.
Hey, if I'm driving the ship, you want someone who's powerful and cajoling to get what we want.
Underneath the cute fuzzy exterior, remember though, owls are birds of prey.
We are raptors.
Oh?
LSD trip sounds for Strix and Anna. Yes, thank you, Joe. We love the LSD music. Finna talk Strix in a nutshell. You know me too well already. We've not spent that much time together. I didn't know I was that transparent. Anyway, so the things that happen between chapters in the Warren is that you have kind of a reset. So you have a narrative reset and you have sort of a stat reset. So the first thing that happens is this: if you had a panic score, it's now back down to 0, which is your baseline. And a panic score for rabbits is very important because rabbits are very sensitive and a lot of things can panic them. And when they get too panicked, really bad things happen, which is great. So we're gonna have to work hard to get that panic score back up.
Which is great.
You hear this?
Which is great.
You hear this?
And that is why we're doomed.
Not dead
You're not
yet.
doomed. Strix fact: Strix does not use doors. She punches her way through the walls and the roof.
Wow.
Not just walls, like over the roof too.
I can see it.
Oh, that's the other thing. So I did not come up with this, but at some point here in my tenure at Hyper Rabbit Power Go, someone decided, it was April, it was Vikinglass, that Strix facts were a thing. So Strix facts are facts about me, which may or not be actual facts, But there is apparently a Strix Twitter now that someone else runs. I don't know who it is. And so if you want to drop some Strix facts in chat, that's great. We'll read them out loud. The more ridiculous, really.
Hashtag Strix facts.
Yes, hashtag Strix facts. So lots of hashtags flying around. The two important ones are game feels and Strix facts. With a Z. Game feels with a Z. Okay, so your panic scores are down to 0.
Yay.
And you get to pick a new character move. So character moves all come from the same sheet. No two characters can have the same character move, and you pick sequentially. I believe last time Liz got to pick first. So Anna, what is a new character move that you want to pick up?
Oh goodness, I didn't even consider.
Oh goodness!
I did not even consider. Represent there's a permanent hair. Don't judge me.
Stop!
No judgment.
Don't. I'm reading
No judgment,
the document.
So while she's reading the document, I will point out that for the Warren, there are cards available. And these cards consist of threats, predators, characteristics, and I believe there are personalities too. There they are. They got mixed in with predators because it's kind of the same thing. There we go. And so these cards, you don't have to have them to play the Warren, but they're kind of fun touchstones to have. And they'll have your powers on them. Hyper Rabbit Power Go! That's not Paradigm Shift, that's Paradigm Shift.
Hashtag Evo, the corp. Ah well you know, this one is for, sorry forgot your name, Beta's wife.
Beta, that's me, Liz.
Her name is Liz.
Hi.
We like Liz's name, it's Liz. Liz. So, Liz, would you like to come accept your affirmation? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so Liz, you are a delightful, accepting elf. Which I think is just,
I love that.
That's just perfect.
I love that. Thank you.
Liz Hype, that's right, chat. Liz Hype. Can't believe you referred to her as someone's wife. I'm thinking.
And for a second, I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yourself, dear. Yourself. Okay, so the cards, not strictly necessary, but really fun to have. So when you pick up a copy of the Warren, consider getting the cards. At the end of today's show, if you are active in chat, we are doing a drawing for a hard copy of the Warren and the cards, which haven't been opened. I use my own. So you get a nice fresh set, and we'll do that drawing with Emily again towards the end. So stick around and you can win a copy of the Warren to play yourselves. All right, I stalled as long as I could. What are you picking?
Dead eyes.
And what, pray tell,
You
is
have
Dead Eyes?
learned to focus through the pain. Probably in some terrible warren far away. At any time, you can take a scar to return your panic score to 0.
Okay, so Papaya has chosen Dead Eyes.
Excuse me, it's now Papaya Deadeye.
What is happening to this game?
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's running away from me. So basically,
You can't say it that cutely anymore.
Papaya.
remember to breathe. All right. So basically what that means is you can choose to take a scar to put your panic back down to 0. And a scar is something like, you know, you get the edge of your foot chewed off or, you know, part of your ear. And when you do take a scar, you have to choose to lose a character move.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it doesn't have to be Dead Eyes. It can be one of your other character moves.
Well, no, it'll have to be Dead Eyes because I like my other ones.
Well, there you go.
I didn't know that's what a scar meant.
Yay, exploring new games. She's giving me the dead eyes. Too bad it doesn't work on the Strix because I am powerful and cajoling. All right. Okay, so did you mark it off? Yes. There it is. All right. And Saranya, what new character move would you like to take?
I'm gonna go with Worrier because I feel like Saranya has been through quite a bit with, you know, her and her sister. And so even though she might try and offer some comfort to, well, I'll read what it says actually first. So worrier is when you talk about your worries with another rabbit, remove their panic, adding it to your own.
So I am like totally covered for panic now.
Yeah, you're not gonna really panic anymore. I mean, we could try to test that out.
I think we're going to if
Thank you.
if we follow the path we had intended.
There is no doubt that we're going to be.
Sriracha the warrior, it's Saranya.
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 And
Sriracha is a hot sauce.
And it's warrior.
And it's worrier, not warrior.
Yeah, worrier.
It's like the opposite of warrior.
Yeah. So she, even though she was pretty composed, you know, they've been through a lot, and are going to continue to go through a lot.
Which is why I had death.
And while Saranya will continue to try and be there for her sister, I think she would end up taking a lot more of that onto herself and not being able to quite let it go. Let it go. So yeah, warrior.
You really couldn't hold that back.
No, I
anymore,
couldn't.
could you?
I'm sorry. And I like, and I'm so over that meme too, but you can't not.
You can't let it go. Oh, yeah, I went there. Anyway, so between chapters, you get to skip a bit of time. And when we last left our two rabbits, they were in a bit of a pickle. Hyper Rabbit Power, go! Nova Plus.
Strix facts. Strix and the donation voice were the original Daft Punk. They totally rocked basements and dorms, but fame tore them apart. Can we get an affirmation for the donation voice? Hashtag neonite, hashtag save Deadeye.
So we're giving an affirmation to that voice that you just heard. The donation voice. Did I get that right? That's what I got from this.
Yeah.
All right, donation voice. You are an important piece of technology, and you are a wide-eyed, basting leprechaun, which is great because your screen is green. I think that's the first affirmation we've had for an inanimate creature, or at least non-AI. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Especially since she's a leprechaun. That's sort of terrifying. Because I always think of the movie Leprechaun, the horror movie.
Oh yeah.
With like, and he has the teeth.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Don't.
Yeah.
plan to.
I mean, it's great. Strix facts. She's quoted as being transparent, but she's as solid as ever. Oh, you guys. Oh, look at Let It Joe. Let it Joe.
Let it Joe.
Let it Joe. You can't hold him back anymore. He's shaking his head at me. Let it Joe. Let it Joe.
That's only gonna encourage her, Joe.
I know. I can smell blood in the water.
Told you. Terrifying.
Amazing.
All right. So, you led someone over to the school. Who was it?
Yes. I led Babu over to the school because may have possibly been spreading some rumors about him to try and get him kicked out of the Warren. And because this game is unforgiving, I didn't roll high enough for him to not know that I was the one spreading the rumors. So we went over under the guise of trying to make things better with him. I lured him off to near the schoolyard, waited for some little children to come over, and then bolted. So I don't actually really know that he was snatched up, but that is the assumption.
It is the assumption.
Dun, dun, dun.
Assumption. Okay, so basically what happened was you were playing Game of Bunnies.
Yes.
Like Game of Thrones style. You wanted to take over the Warren.
Lannister
lured Babu away. He may or may not have gotten snatched up. But then you went to the Warren and incited a panic.
Accidentally
incited a panic.
Accidentally may have incited a panic because, you know, there was somebody with him when I asked him to come talk to me, so I was trying to cover my little bunny tail.
That's right, Arun was with him.
Yes, and so I chose my words very poorly, and everybody thought that there were people in the Warren. And then when one of the elders realized that there wasn't, and I didn't quite have my story straight because I was bunny panicking. So now I'm kind of on trial for my little bunny life.
Oh, goodness. So that's where we left off, actually.
Yes.
What were you doing during that time?
So I had I was out playing and foraging with some other bunnies who didn't really like me very much to begin with, and decided to attempt to assist in the gossiping and failed, and it got me dead eyes. Now, it got me attacked a little bit. They scratched my ear and told me off, and then went back to the Warren, and I went to play with my monkey friends. And then so I was playing with my monkey friends when Saranya came running up. And we had to back away slowly and extricate ourselves from that circumstance so that she didn't end up dead. And then that's when we went back to the Warren, I think.
And accidentally incited the
And
panic.
accidentally
incited
Yes.
panic. Oh, Strix fact. Strix, oh, this is a good one. Strix can smell blood in the water from over 50 kilometers and hear the heartbeat of her prey at twice the distance. All true, all Strix facts. So, where we left off last game was that you were about to be essentially tried by the Council of Bunnies because Harish, who is the leader of this Warren, was having none of it. Now, time skips ahead in this game, so tell me how that went and where you guys are now.
Well, when Papaya found out that Saranya was going to be on trial, Papaya thought fast but not well, and went and used engineering to dig in that spot in the Sacred Hollow, where she realized that if she expanded on this little area, it would dramatically improve the Warren health-wise, and it would make it drier in the and really it would help all of the bunnies in the Warren. And then she ran away from there, and when
So let's pause there.
people started to panic.
You dug up the sacred room.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was like that when I quick run.
So to give you some context here, these bunnies are very, very staunchly traditional and very ritualistic, and they have a sacred room where the first mother of the Warren had her first kids that were born in this tiny little hole, and the rest of the Warren was built from there. This bunny is considered a goddess, and you dug up her Warren hole.
For the good of the Warren, yes, I did.
If they weren't so staunch about their silly little traditions, then they would see that I was really just helping, but also providing a really great distraction.
And all of those bunnies wouldn't be dead.
Okay, so what happened after you dug up the sacred hollow?
I left.
So
I dug up the hollow, and then I was very, very sneaky, because I can do that. I'm very, very sneaky. And I made sure that I stuck kind of close to Saranya as they were starting to bring her to her trial. And then somebody found the sacred hollow.
And I'm sure all chaos erupted.
And all chaos erupted.
there was a lot of unhappy bunnies.
And when that happened, Papaya extricated Saranya.
Extricated from the Warren.
Yes.
We ran.
We ran.
We ran.
Oh, you ran away from the Warren.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Where did you go?
We ran.
We went out to the deep bush rabbits.
Oh,
Yes.
you went to find the
We went
rabbits
to
of the deep bush.
Yes, we went to
Okay.
find the bush rabbits.
Okay, so in the setting, in case you don't have it pulled up or haven't read it, there is a contingent of rabbits who are outside of the Warren, and they're called the deep bush rabbits. And they aren't really a Warren in themselves. They're outcasts and scavengers and really kind of hard-bitten, pretty on their luck rabbits. So you ran off to these guys, to the bush rabbits. What happened? Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
We're off to help the Ents find the Enterprise.
We at #setter-crook know how it is to work behind the scenes and would like to sponsor. Some love to Joe.
Aww, Joe gets an affirmation.
Thank you for it, Critter.
Joe, do you want to come out or do you want to stay there? I'll let you choose. He's gonna stay there. All right.
He has to give us the hippie trippy music.
Yeah, he does. Ooh, this is a good one. Joe, you are a magnificent thundering minotaur. Could use some thunder, maybe. But a magnificent thundering minotaur is really cool. I think that should be a t-shirt. Last week, weren't you a kangaroo? I think you were a kangaroo. Now you're a minotaur kangaroo.
Strix fact. Strix does not sleep. Strix only waits.
Wow.
I mean, that's true. These are really taking a darker turn.
All of chat is dark today. Like, there's some people arguing about something. I don't even remember what.
Oh, Elsa Squatcho says, bring macaque justice upon the Warren. Alive bunnies are better, in my opinion, rather than dead bunnies. I agree with that.
I agree with that as well.
GI Papaya to the rescue. Ah, magnificent thundering minotaur. I'm gonna keep that one. All right, so you guys run away from the Warren to the bush bunnies. What happens then?
So obviously we're not going to find the bush bunnies horribly welcoming.
No, I would say not.
However,
So how do you get leverage with them? What do you say?
how do we get leverage with them? We
Know of a nice Warren. That's been recently improved upon.
yeah.
So let me get this right. So you're saying you formed a new Warren faction with the bush bunnies?
Yes.
Yes.
And okay, all right. This is awesome.
I am Papaya, queen of monkeys.
So
Between all of Papaya's connections and my ability to occasionally sweet talk people and appear not, a little unhinged.
so you're like the queen of the trader bunnies now?
Totally.
Are you like the new Warren leader of this sub-faction?
co-Warren leader?
You're gonna let Papaya lead?
No. Papaya Deadeyes is muscle.
Yes, exactly. So she's the one who has the dead eyes and potentially the monkeys. So,
But you're the leader.
yes.
Okay.
So we have convinced the bush
Publicly,
bunnies.
at any-
Yes,
yeah.
publicly. So we've convinced the bush bunnies that since we know that the Warren bunnies aren't just gonna let this slide. We've convinced the bush bunnies that, there's some really great real estate over there if we could just, deal with the troublesome element who is already there and doesn't want us there.
Got it. So basically you're gonna kick them out of their Warren in an act of war.
Totes.
Okay, great. This is so much fun. This is like Fury Road with bunnies. I
Totes.
agree with River.
Furiosa.
Yeah, like Fury Road with bunnies is so much better than what I was thinking.
Okay, because you are founding what is technically a new Warren, what we're gonna do today is each chapter you ask new situation questions, but because we have a new Warren, I'm gonna ask some new Warren questions too, because obviously the culture of your new Warren is gonna be so different from the old Warren, because I know that you had problems with the traditionalism of the old one, right?
Yes.
Unless you become the thing that you hate, like Batman.
Oh my god. Possible.
Strix fact. Strix writes stories that makes George R. R. Martin cry for the loss of beloved characters.
Writes
That's
the
a good
stories
one.
that make George. Well done. I can't read that from here. Ephrithiel?
Yes,
Yes.
Frithio.
Oh, and then Nova Plus says Papaya facts. Instead of a bunny lord, Papaya will be your dark queen. Love her and despair. I love Lord of the Rings references. Love it.
Oh, it makes you Galadriel.
Somebody clipped that portion of the movie
Where she goes all like really dark and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of my favorite moments in Lord of the
Oh, me
Rings.
too.
By far. I'm just like, yes.
All shall love me and despair.
Such a good line.
Which is true because...
yeah.
Okay. Tangent nerd
So
out
good.
section.
Woo! Tangent nerd out.
I'm
So-
not even wearing my glasses.
Galadriel, I think, is technically the most powerful being in Middle Earth.
Yes.
By like a long shot. And so it's very interesting to me that she...
Not counting Sauron.
Not counting Sauron. Well, maybe even counting Sauron.
But, well,
Because she restrains her use of power even against the evil.
there's an argument to be had because Sauron, she's probably more powerful than him now before he got the ring. But if he got the ring, then she wouldn't.
Oh, then she wouldn't be able to oppose him. That might...
And he's
might
slowly
make sense.
gathering power and she's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
So,
I totally think that she should have
But
just
yeah.
ruled the Earth.
As a benevolent dictatorship.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Gladriel for president. I think she's the best choice that we have. Okay, so I'm gonna ask these guys some Warren questions. These are questions that come with the playset. There is a static basic set, but for each playset that's different, they're marked towards sort of engendering the feel of that area a little bit more strongly. So we're not gonna ask all of these questions. We're gonna ask just a couple, because we've already done this and we just wanna kind of get this new Warren started. But feel free to answer it together, individually, and build on each other's answers. Okay? So, in your new Warren, wherever you're shacking up right now when you're planning to take over the old Warren, how is the social order of the Warren structured? Which rabbit is highest? Which is the lowest? Where are you in the structure? And we've kind of answered this already, so it's a softball.
Yeah.
A muscle.
We are the highest. However, after us, it's a little bit of a flat structure. We're not about that. Power, go! We're not about that caste system.
Everyday CEO Gemissimo is working hard to ensure the success of #Renraku. Please give her an affirmation.
Gemissimo.
Gemissimo?
Gemissimo.
You have a good ear for this. All right, Gemissimo.
No, I just know these people and I've asked because I actually care about pronouncing people's names properly.
It can be a little difficult. All right, Gemissimo. Ooh. You are a helpful, burrowing lemur. And we know you're helpful because you're part of one of the greatest corps there is. Ooh. Not a lot of sounds today. I'm getting away with not acting like a complete idiot, which is nice. Sometimes you don't want to go full idiot. I'm just saying.
All right, so I will say I might have been wrong about turning the AC off.
See?
Tiny bit.
It's starting to
get a little warm in here.
It was really cold, though.
It was not really cold.
It was really
Tiny
cold.
As a Pacific Northwesterner, I can say when it gets up to like 70s, I'm extremely uncomfortable. That's too warm for me personally.
I grew up in New England.
Nah.
You guys don't know what cold is.
I ain't about that sunshine life.
I am.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, now there is because there's no walls.
Oh, Strix fact. When Hu Yi was sent to take care of the mischievous sunbirds, he found Strix picking her teeth with their bones. He was too frightened to ever speak the truth and said he killed them himself instead. In case you don't know, Hu Yi's like a sun god. That was a good one. Killing sunbirds. Like you do. Strix fact. Strix is not a complete idiot. Thank you. Fire Raven. Thank you. I deserved that one. I walked right into there. Okay, so you guys are basically in charge of the new Warren. Is there anyone who you're picking out to be at the very bottom? No?
No.
How many bunnies are in
you
your
know,
current
the
Warren?
bunnies at the old Warren.
Okay.
That's who we're picking out.
You're just gonna enslave them?
Anna, pronouncing names right since before the fall of Morgoth. Thank you, Orphithia.
Okay, so how many bunnies are in your group? What's your numbers?
What you think? Papaya?
All the bunnies. I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't think there would be that many out here in an organized fashion if these are the outcasts, if these are the bunnies that have been kicked out. But at the same time, we need at least a few if we're going to war.
So maybe like 7 or 8?
Maybe we're, actively recruiting Warren bunnies, but there aren't very many of us right now.
Surely there are other Warren bunnies that were as dissatisfied as we were. The low men on the totem pole, if you will.
Wah wah. So, in case you missed it, this Warren society that you came from is very, very status-oriented, and there's definitely a caste system going on, right? And so the new Warren, they're like, none of that. Blah. Done.
Not about that.
Okay, cool. Who is responsible for tricking the wild dogs away from your group?
The wild dogs are so
Well,
far
they're not.
away.
Yeah, the wild dogs are pretty far away. So my guess is that isn't too much of a problem. And on the off chance they come by, I probably use my speed to lure them over to the macaques.
Oh, macaque dog fight.
Oh gosh.
And then
That
the
sounds like we
macaques
could
get to
vicious.
play, maybe get a nice meaty snack.
Ew, do macaques eat dogs?
Yep.
We're gonna say they eat dogs.
Do they really? Oh my gosh.
Bunnies will eat dogs given the opportunity.
It's true.
Bunnies are vicious, though.
Even herbivores occasionally will eat meat.
Like
so-
straight up bunnies are vicious.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are. Raccoons too.
Darn right we are.
Oh yeah.
When I was living in Southern
Hey,
California.
don't knock the coons, okay?
No, I have a great story about raccoons.
Team Human represent, right?
Precious raccoons.
So I think raccoons are really cute most of the time, but when I was living in Southern California, there's this thing that happened in LA where they fixed all the trash can bins so that creatures couldn't get into them. So suddenly the raccoons had no food. So the raccoons, ever resourceful, decided to basically join up into gangs and hunt down smaller dogs in suburban neighborhoods and eat them.
Oh,
I'm not even joking.
Badass!
and in Southern California, I bet that was not hard to find those little dogs.
Nope.
Raccoon
So many
gangs,
dogs.
guys. Raccoon gangs. They're
Cannibal
all tossing
raccoons.
down raccoon gang signs and everything.
gosh.
This is amazing.
In LA. So
LA.
ever since then, I have not looked at raccoons the same way.
And they were
So-
probably like the littlest raccoons.
So
like
hang
up
on.
here, we've got raccoons. I swear, the size of a small bear. Like they're not to be messed with.
I think we should take some of the questions about our Warren from the chat.
Ooh, was
so
there a
if
good
you've
one?
got them, throw them out there. And the gamer me, how much trust is there with the outcasts?
Ooh, that's a
with
good
them
one.
coming from the burrow.
Yeah, you're from the borough, so
Ah, but we're not.
No, we are originally from a lab and have the little tags to prove it. And we're tossed out of this warren. So I think there's a bit more trust than there would be if we had like been born and raised in the
In the
warren.
warren.
But obviously these aren't like super trusting bunnies. So
And we're in a position where we can be honest with the Warren as well, or with the new Warren as well, insofar as, hey, we came from outside of it. There was clearly ways to improve the sanitation, but they would have rather let other bunnies die than than listen to reason, really. And clearly these new bunnies are much more intelligent. And will listen to reason, and we can perhaps move into this warren and have a nice cozy place. So I don't think that there's necessarily a lot of trust per se, but there's a lot of reason behind this.
Mutual
There's
gain.
a lot
yeah,
of
exactly.
yeah, like
Alright.
logic and saying, hey, we're all outcasts here for various reasons. If we work together, here's this great spot with these people who are not reasonable.
Okay.
Haven't you ever wanted to get back at that bully? Well, they're there. They're in that burrow.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, Strix facts from Genova Plus. The man in black fled across the desert and the Strix followed. Oh my gosh, Stephen King. I was super obsessed with Dark Tower when I was younger because I realized all of his books were part of the meta-narrative. So I read all of the books, not just the Dark Tower
Aren't they
books.
making aren't they making a TV show or a movie or something?
I heard about that. I'm really skeptical. Plus, he really kind of screwed up with the last novel. Anyway. All right.
Rabbit version now to plan out what they do every night.
I mean,
Try to take over the warren.
But Randall Flagg used to be one of my favorite villains, along with like Iago from Othello. But in the end, it was bad.
So Lizard Eats Flies asks, who else has a lab tag that is in the new warren? So maybe there's we said 7 or 8. Maybe 1 or 2 other ones have lab tags.
Okay.
And so they were able to be like, no, the tag means that they're definitely not from that warren initially. So what they say is probably true.
Okay, I have one more question for you myself. What is the one thing that is taboo amongst the bush rabbits?
Papaya.
The one thing that is taboo amongst the bush rabbits.
You're trying to find the air there?
Well, I'm thinking it's blowing right on me, and that's why I'm so cold. So I don't know if you guys feel like it's blowing right on you.
I do, and it's glorious.
Yes.
All
kinda
right.
nice.
So it's blowing on all of us.
So,
So the one thing that is taboo amongst the bush.
the bush rabbits. You okay there? What?
Eating one's poop.
Thank you, the gamer me. That's probably taboo among all rabbits.
Is being from the warren.
You know what? leaving a bunny behind.
Oh, no bunny
Like,
left behind.
Yeah,
We're bunny
because
marines now.
because there are so few bush rabbits. When you and that could lead to some really bad situations if we're not just willing to like cut and run. But the bush rabbits are very unwilling to do that. They have their tiny little tight community, and
It's very much a stand together.
yes,
Yeah.
Got it. So not like when Nanda was snatched up and we went,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are bunnies that will put themselves in some not smart situations in order to try and get another of their members back.
Oh, that's
Band
really
of
good to know.
bunnies. Yeah.
All right, I think that's probably it for the Warren questions right now. I think we have a pretty good sense of this very new, tentative, very fragile Warren, which maybe will get a home or not, depending on how that goes. So now we're gonna open, which is always done with situation questions. And so there's always a series of situation questions, but it ends with, what do you do? And that's how you know that play is essentially on. So when you hear what do, you know that it's go time. And before we jump into that, again, we're playing the Warren by Marshall Miller. We're playing the Bellingnopoly playset, which I co-wrote. It's produced by Pullpit Games, and if you stick around, we're going to be giving away a hardback copy with the additional cards, which are really pretty. So stick around.
Yay, giveaway.
Please also, of course, donate or subscribe. You will get your own beautiful affirmation from me to you, from our affirmation matrix. And please don't forget to tweet Game Feels, hashtag Game Feels with a Z, with your own affirmation, because if I go to look and there are no tweets, Zach will probably come in here and yell at me.
He'll materialize.
Just magically, like poof, you know what he does. He loves doing that poof thing. So let's avoid any Zach poofing.
In a really angry Kigurumi.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you ready for your situation questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Never.
So is it day or night or somewhere in between?
We've always had it be
Transitional. You've done
Yeah.
dusk and
Yeah.
dawn. Unless you want to do a night raid. Oh, I can't believe I just suggested that. Should
Are
not
you
have
down?
done
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
that. Oh, why did I say it out loud?
Y'all, we may be going down, but we're gonna be going down in a blaze of glory.
Papaya!
So it's the pitch of night. Got it.
Night is eternal in the Warren.
The night is dark and full of bunnies.
And are you... Can't believe we just said that. Let's interject with a Strix fact. Strix finds herself leaping from life to life, striving to put what once you aside. Run, go! We'll finish that.
You all do an amazing job creating the content for this channel and making it feel welcoming. At a personal level for viewers, it uplifts my mood dramatically and I carry that with me into the world. Including chat, mods and all HRPG, hashtag as technology, hashtag affirmations.
Aww.
And from your court.
I know. As technology for life.
I missed who that was from though.
I think it was from Mr. Thorpe. Mr. Thump?
Mr. Thorpe.
Thorpe? It was Thorpe.
Thrope.
Ha, I got it right. Thrope?
I think it's actually Mr. Thorpe,
Mr. Thrope.
but I could be wrong.
Well, Mr. Thrope, you are going to get your own affirmation, and that was a lovely call out. So, I hope you're ready, because this is amazing. You are a melodic, abiding octopus. So you're like the dude of octopuses. And you sing.
Which I don't think the dude did.
Nope, he did not do. So you're
Gotta
even
leg
cooler
up
than
on
the dude.
No, you reference the dude every
Yeah,
time.
you
that
can't
Bhavan
say
says
abiding and not.
You
Like,
can't say abiding and not mention the dude.
I've never
I
even
will
seen
totally
that movie
take
and I
that
still
card out.
can't.
It'd be great.
By the way, is mermaids in here yet? Did we get some? I think we need some more mermaids and ravens.
Naiads are kind of like.
Look at how
mermaids,
many
aren't they?
cards there are there. I do
Or-
not remember what's in there.
or
I'm
selkies.
sorry.
Selkies. We had a
Yep,
selkie.
Mr. Thrope.
Yep, it was Mr. Thrope.
I can deal with that.
I can deal with that too. Okay, so
That's what he
and
said.
you know myrmidillos, of course. Gotta have those myrmidillos.
Half armadillo, half mermaid?
We don't know which half.
Oh my god!
The Octodude abides. Yes, grading. The Octodude abides. Aw, when As Technology sends love, their real anatomy?
When Aztec Love sends hearts,
Oh.
their real anatomy.
Oh, I get it. That joke took me a second. They send actual hearts because they're Aztecs. That's kind of awesome. Anyway, I'm not bloodthirsty. So, it's dark of night, but some time has passed. So, is it monsoon season or drought season?
We've had a lot of rain recently, so we're gonna say we're getting into the dry season.
All right. So it's the dry season, which means there's not a lot of water to go around. The earth is really hard packed, which actually will probably make it easier for you to get around. But some of the smaller grasses have gotten a little brittle. So you might make a little rustly noise if you are not careful. Just saying. Okay.
That's some foreshadowing for those at home.
Foreshadowing, I don't do that. That requires skill and forethought. I'm not capable of those things. Okay, so.
Nobody's buying
I
it.
feel like we need like war paint.
Do you have bunny war paint? What does bunny war paint look like?
Mud.
Just on your face,
So
on
there's
your
like
ears.
Do you like
A little bit of mud.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna do something which I don't normally do because it's not my job as the GM, but I'm gonna interject something cool here.
Okay.
So your bunny war paint is when you paint your whole head with dark mud so that you're imitating the black rabbit of death.
Ooh, we're creepy bunnies. I like it.
Okay, so it's the middle of the night. You have black heads and you look like the black rabbit of death, which for viewers at home, that'd be akin to like the devil or El Cucuy or something really, really nasty and scary. There are myths and legends about the black rabbit of death, and you're all dressed that way, which means you are here to kick some butt. Okay, so I'm gonna say that you're about 30 yards away from the warren with your group of outsiders. What do you do?
Well,
I mean, are there sentries in the warren at night? You would know this.
there probably are. There probably are some sentries in the warren at night. But, you know, we don't just, you know, hop into situations without at least a little bit of thought. A little bit. So I think that nights previous, we probably would have had there were some warren bunnies who were watching to see what kind of how they may have stepped up the guard rotation since our little incident. Little incident.
Improvements, okay? Improvements.
So
Renovated. We pushed out the back wall of the kitchen a little. They've got more space.
they
more
really should be
cabinets.
thanking us.
They really
not
should.
hunting us down.
Really should. But we're gonna bring it.
Ungrateful.
Let's do it.
So we've been. So we had some.
Hang on. Let this be a lesson to you for allowing me on your RPG show. Really? You should have seen this coming.
I think it's great. I really do.
Excellent.
It's just very vicious. Very vicious, which, you know, it's the warren and we're playing in dark mode, so I should have known, but I'm glad you stepped up.
You want a dark, we brought dark.
Dark.
We should have just painted our faces ahead of time.
I can go and get some mud. I can make some mud.
No. I'm gonna do mud. It needs to be sterile mud.
Right?
Just saying. I've played with non-sterile mud. It doesn't work out well.
We should have just come in with face masks, like mud masks.
Yeah.
You know?
Masks?
Yeah.
Like beauty masks.
But we didn't plan that ahead, unfortunately.
If only.
I know.
Hindsight.
Well, honestly, I did not know this was gonna come up, so.
Well, I learned from a Strix fact that you are in fact a Time Lord. So,
Oh.
but I know you can't mess with the continuity.
It's
So
very-
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, tiny.
Yeah.
It's really.
But if the next time we do this, you could, you know,
I could.
yeah,
Yep.
say, hey, mud masks.
3 to 4 a.m. Best time to raid. Guards are tired from a long night. Everyone else is still asleep. Still have the cover of darkness.
That's true. 3 a.m. is the witching hour.
Really?
It's when everyone's really asleep. Because, you know, at midnight, people are still doing stuff sometimes. Not that I would know this out of research or anything.
So we had some bush bunnies just kind of like huddled down in the drying grass watching for the patrols. A couple of previous nights, to try and get an idea of how they might have stepped them up, what kind of the cadence of it is, so that in the dead of night, we gather our bunny force with our black masks of death.
Jesus Christ.
Look, it was your idea.
It was an awesome idea.
I love that we're all going to this dark.
Do you know, I just want to say for a moment,
dark place.
when I was invited on this show, and I had this idea in my head of what kind of bunny I was going to be and what I was going to do, and that basically got thrown out within the first 30 minutes of play the first week, so it's just anything goes at this point.
Well, it's yes and, right?
Yes.
This is an important aspect
Yes.
of role playing. You go with what it is and you build
Yes.
on it.
You
And
just
it's
do
good
it.
to be flexible because then you get awesome stuff like this.
Truly awesome stuff like this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I will say that I do wish that this was going to be a much longer, more ongoing thing. So maybe if we survive, we can revisit at a later point.
A later chapter.
It's a big if, though.
Try to get us some time. I'm trying to increase the odds. Come on, work with me here.
I feel like you're purposely
Donate to save Papaya and Saranya.
yeah, by not playing. You can't die if you don't play.
Wow, it's been a while since we got a new subscriber.
I know, right?
All right, you guys.
Okay, so we are
Even
going to
sub-
gather our bunny force, and we're going to make a raid. Not like we're not. This isn't the big take everything over force. This is a let's hit some things on the outskirts, see how it goes, and get some supplies.
So I'm gonna say that because of this situation, your sense of fear is probably a little heightened, right?
Probably.
You're on the brink
The
of
adrenaline-
actual bunny war.
The adrenaline is rushing. The little bunny heart is pumping.
So in that
Whiskers
case,
are twitching.
I would like you to try to resist panic, which basically means, are you gonna get a little more hyped up about this, or are you not? So go ahead and roll for me, and let's see what happens.
6. That's what I need, right?
Don't you have a special?
No, I don't.
Oh, you used it.
Wait. I used what?
There was a special move you had last time where if you got a 6, it bumped up to a 7 to 9. Was that for a different thing?
Runner. That was when you bolt.
Oh,
that was when I bolt.
That was when bolt, not resist
yeah.
panic. That's
So I failed that roll.
right. Okay.
Starting
I
I
was
and I
trying to-
needed a 7 through 9.
You did. So what you missed is.
I'm sorry, I was trying to find a super cool thing and I couldn't find it.
It's totally
So
okay.
I was gonna be all like sunglasses and be like, let's do this. And
You're super cool anyway.
Then I don't know where my sunglasses
I don't
are.
think chat can handle that much cool, so it's totally fine.
That's true.
No. So you're resisting
Sorry.
panic. You too.
Good luck.
Because you're in a very stress-inducing situation.
I mean poop.
So you rolled a 5. So in Apocalypse World Hack, which that's what this is, it's a game based off the Apocalypse World rules, created by Vincent and Meg Baker. A 7 to 9 is considered like a win, but with a consequence, and a 10 is considered like a win and you get what you want. So anything below a 7 is bad because that means you fail. And we don't mean bad in is that like bad things will necessarily happen to you directly, but like
Yes,
it's
she
gonna
does.
go
That's what she means.
in an interesting.
Historically speaking, that is exactly what it
Oh,
means.
one time I burned you. One time.
It was at least 3 times.
Excuse me?
What it means is it gives the GM an opportunity to do something interesting, which maybe takes them in a sideways direction. It's not going to kill them. They can do that themselves, but basically they don't get what they want. They get something else. So you don't resist panic. Hyper Rabbit Power Go! Paradigm shift.
Save Papaya and save Saranya.
Hashtag Evo, the on Evermind, don't need a motivation. Just donating to hashtag Savepapaya and hashtag Savesaranya.
Aww. Yay!
Yay.
Well, Paradigm Shift, you're gonna get another affirmation anyway, because I like affirming you. And you got another lucky card. Are you ready for this? Because you are a lucky, approving mermaid, which is my favorite card in the deck, which is rather large at this point. So, congratulations. This is a special affirmation.
I think,
You think?
and I'm not sure,
You're not sure?
but I'm reasonably confident Mermadillo is in there.
It really?
Ooh.
That would be fantastic.
But there's only one way to find out, and that's to get through the deck.
Yeah, we have to get through the
And
deck.
that's for people to keep donating and subscribing. See what we did there.
Man.
Buy us time.
Do you want to be a mermadillo? You know you do.
What? Don't you want to? I mean, really?
There was actually...
I've seen the fan art.
So the fan art was really good.
That was
very impressed.
a badass Strix Mermadillo.
It was a mermadillo.
Nice.
They exist.
Yep.
Like anything else that is imaginary exists. True. It's true.
Sure.
All right, so you both take a point of panic.
Yep.
And remember, when you get up to your threshold, which for you is 4 and you is 5,
5, whatever is normal.
then you just kind of lose your shit. You're like,
Oh, that's fine,
and
yeah.
there are things that happen.
Just like that.
So try not to do
what
that.
kind of animal was that?
So that's the
Turkey.
Yeah, that's a good one. I just call it the panic animal,
The turkey.
The panic animal.
which is the turkey. Oh look, it's raining. Here on a Hyper RPG, we love our animal noises. Too much. Okay, so take a point, and for right now, what happens? Oh,
Oh Lord.
one of the bush bunnies, so not you, freezes in place.
Oh God.
This is too much for this bush bunny, and he goes.
I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna regret.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try really quickly to. No? But we're gonna. Okay.
Nobody left behind.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the one rule.
I'm already kicking myself for it.
One rule of the bush rabbits.
So where is this bunny when it freezes? Is it still like away from the warren?
You guys are about 30 yards away from the warren, approaching on your attack plan.
Okay. That's not a bunny left behind. That's a bunny who stayed back.
It's true.
It's a bunny we can collect on the way to get back.
Yeah.
Are there sentries though? Did we establish if there's sentries or not?
In the warren.
In the
Yeah.
warren, yeah.
Yes.
But not.
But not that far back.
Yeah.
No, yeah, not that far back.
I mean, 30 yards is really
Not
not that
not
far.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
There
so
wouldn't be
if
any
the
other-
warren is here, we're within the bubble, right? We're within the bubble of the warren.
Power go! Justifying it already. I don't want to hear it.
Hashtag Horizon enjoys the hero's journey of Saranya. Too bad Papaya has to die for it to be fulfilled.
Oh,
Voidsmoker. Ooh.
No.
That was
Power go!
We really are not going to get through this game today. And that was grating.
There is never too much when it comes to animal noises. Hashtag Shiawas.
All right, Voidsmoker, this first affirmation goes to you.
Power go! I love you guys.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
We at #setter-crop have experience with hostile takeovers. Saranya. And can consult on your warren problem. Also throw some affirmation to our CEO Negahama.
Okay. Voidsmoker.
You've got to make a noise for that one.
Really? Okay.
Turn right again.
Voidsmoker, you donated because you love the animal noises, and so you are an adorable, blurting, can't we believe we put that in there, Medusa. So you are an adorable, blurting Medusa, and I have no idea what that sounds like, but I imagine it's something like, oh my god, did you see my hair? Oh my gosh, I had to like put oil on my snakes like 15 times a day or they get all dried out. Man, I just can't seem to stop talking.
I bet she has a really hard time catching people off guard.
That is my best blurting Medusa. That's what I got. So I hope that works out for you.
That was beautiful.
choices.
So the next one is grading.
All right,
Strix
grading.
fact, regretting all her life decisions
Oh,
right now.
every single one. All right, so my next affirmation is
Snake oil.
for snake oil. Is for grading. And grading, I want to let you know today that you are an inquisitive, clarifying marmot. So when I think of clarifying, I always think of shampoo.
True fact.
So it's like a marmot that's like, yes, my hair is so great.
Yes. And free of oil.
And then for
buildup.
Negihama.
All right, so this one is dedicated to Negihama. I love it when you guys affirm each other. It makes me feel really good, so thank you for doing that.
It's very affirming.
And, ooh, Negihama, you are a tenacious, wandering cyclops with your all-seeing eye. All right, those are some good ones. We got the mermaid, we got the Medusa, we got the cyclops. Those are good affirmations. All right,
Okay.
we're never gonna get anywhere.
I've decided what I'm going to do.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to speak plainly to the bunny who has frozen and calm it down,
Okay.
convince it to come rejoin the group.
Okay, so you're gonna
Speak plainly.
speak plainly to the bunny, which is a move. It's a basic move, which anyone can do.
Would you like me to read that move?
Yeah, what does it do?
So, speak plainly is when you reason with another animal, you roll plus shrewd. On a 10 plus, NPCs will do as you ask, given the proper assurances. On a 7 through 9, they will do as you ask, provided you meet one of their demands now.
Ooh.
I would like to assist.
All right, so
To
that's
help.
great. So in this game, you can help or hinder by adding to their roll. So why don't you do your help or hinder roll? So you wait.
I'm waiting.
Basically, anytime you roll dice in this game, you're in a
Rabbit power go!
Oh, yeah, basically.
You know, Strix needs one.
What?
Hashtag Evo, you know, Strix needs one.
Aw, I get an affirmation. Oh yes, yes. Okay, so my affirmation is that I am. And it's having problems. I am a courageous, shimmering anteater. And in case you didn't know, anteaters go. "Ah!" I remembered from last time. Oh yes, I did.
Caught me off guard.
I have my dice now.
I was busy looking at the rage quit on that pair of dice.
So we have rage quitting and a Xena the warrior woman anteater.
So here's the thing. Those dice, those are Zach's dice.
They might.
Okay? They're corrupted. My dice, covered in elf magic. My dice, immune to Zach, barring continued exposure. However, they haven't gotten that yet. So what I just rolled now is an 11. What I rolled before was a 5 again. So compare the 5 on Zach's dice, the
That's
11
just
on my
science.
dice.
You can't argue with science.
It's true. It's science that you cannot argue with.
Yes.
You okay, Strix?
Yes. I think it's perfectly fine that you just trashed your dice and got new ones and rolled something different on a fail. No, that's fine. It's totally fine.
I did not say you needed to take that roll. That was for my own benefit.
She just tested
I
it.
didn't even try arguing that, although I would not complain.
Yeah, I am a magnanimous individual, so we're gonna say that's cool.
I appreciate that very, very much.
You succeed in your help or hinder, which means that you get a +1 or a -1 if you choose, which I don't think you will, to her roll. So go ahead and make that speak plainly roll for me.
Hang on. Don't roll Zach's dice.
Oh.
Roll those. Don't roll Zach's dice. No more rolling Zach's dice except you. You get to roll Zach's dice.
Hyper Rabbit Power Go!
I don't know though.
You do affirm Emily.
Oh yeah.
Emily!
Did anyone affirm Emily? Well, either way, get in here, Emily, and get affirmed.
That's right,
And maybe
Emily.
make some animal noises. Hashtag Neonite, hashtag Emily Empire.
Y'all, I love
Such a
Emily.
great one.
So Genova Plus has decided to affirm you.
Get your butt over here.
And Genova Plus,
You're not gonna thank him in a minute.
No.
Get over here.
Genova Plus is actually also looking for some animal noises.
Animal noises.
Because I don't know if you've been noticing, but like that's the new thing.
Yes, I noticed.
So I want to affirm you, and then we're gonna make some animal noises based on our cards.
Okay.
So you are a speedy, misbehaving elder god.
Yes!
So I'm really actually curious. What does a speedy, misbehaving elder god sound like, Emily?
I feel like I need to like make
Give a good cackle or
Please
a good...
tell me.
Oh my gosh! That was freaking great. You were awesome.
Thank you. I feel a friend.
Emily's the best.
Emily is the best.
Emily's the best. Okay. All right. Now, roll.
So, those of you who watch the show that comes after this, Death from Above, Beta, my husband,
Roll Zach's dice.
rolls horribly because it's the family curse. So, we're gonna see if the fairy magic dice will hold for me. Elf. 6.
And
quite.
a +1.
7.
Which makes it just
Which
barely.
makes it just barely. Yeah! Sisters! Yeah!
All right. So on a 7 to 9, it works, but they ask for something right then.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna pretend to be this other rabbit. We'll call her.
The
Rhea.
alpha of Beta. I like it.
The alpha of Beta. So we're gonna call her Rhea. So it's Rhea that is frozen. She's like
Rhea.
hunkered down. So what do you say to her?
Okay. Rhea, I know that you're scared right now.
She does.
I know that you're scared.
Assisting.
This is how I want you to assist. This is good.
I know that you're scared right now. But look around. You see, you have your friends with you. You have your group with you. And we are all here for you. And we are going to be here with you every step of the way.
We are here for you.
Just take a deep breath.
We're all around you.
And it's going to be okay.
It'll be okay.
Just have to stay with us.
Just stay with us.
Are you with me?
Are you with her?
Good job.
Okay, but I want to be by your side the whole time.
Okay. We can do that.
Like, the whole time.
Okay. You just stay right here.
No, I want to be by your side.
Yes. Stay by my side.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Just be careful about where you're stepping.
Cause bunnies. In case you didn't get that one. Okay. So Rhea is now going to stick to you like glue. She is like, you're right here, and she's like, right here.
Lord.
So her name is Rhea, and she's your new best friend because she's not letting you out of her sights.
If you don't move, Papaya will slap the crap out of you.
That's very affirming.
Very affirming. Very affirming.
Oh goodness. I wish there was like leveling up that we could have done because I would have like totally redone. I would have been like strong Papaya and steady Papaya.
Okay, so it is now midway through the
I've been
show.
working out.
I just want to let you guys know we are midway through the show and we have just started playing. We've done like our first 2 moves.
Rapid power go! This is not typical though.
Distractions #Evo also 1 mime for #Defa.
Ooh.
Well, for your distraction, Aeronox, you are going to get an affirmation because I'm going to affirm you even though you are thwarting me because I'm just that great of a person. So I hope you're ready because you are a nice, speculating caterpillar. That's right, a nice speculating caterpillar. Which again reminds me of the one from the labyrinth. Hello.
Nah, I said hello. But that's close enough.
Okay, so now that it is mid-show, in case you do not know what's going on, we are Strix, Anna, and Liz. I am the GM. She's playing Papaya. She's playing Saranya.
Saranya!
They are bunnies who are apparently very evil.
Oh!
No. No, we are not evil.
They've just declared war on their former warren.
We are vindictive.
True facts.
It's different.
It's
Okay.
very
That's
different.
different.
It's different.
But we are playing The Warren by Marshall Miller, and we are playing a specific playset of The Warren, which is free online, called Bellingnopoly Fields. I co-wrote it with A.A. George. It's an actual legit playset for the game. It was really fun to do, but we, throughout the show, do affirmations, and we also encourage you to tweet at us with the hashtag GameFeels with a Z, and we're gonna read out some of those GameFeels tweets right now, live on air. So if you wanna get one or two in really quickly, get on Twitter, tweet us with
Tweet
GameFeels, and I'm gonna read some out loud. Because,
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah.
because I'm going.
Here goes.
Yeah, Papaya's seen some crap, man. From happy little bunny, she is now dark and brooding. No longer yelling her name in glee, but mumbling it, while her dead eyes twitching uncontrolled.
Wow.
I mean, I'm proud in a way, but also scared.
Papaya.
Do you remember the first day when she was like, papaya, papaya?
What a long way our little papaya has come.
A long journey.
Rip Nima.
Oh, Rip Nima.
Rip Nima.
Oh no, I thought of something. Oh my gosh.
Remember, she still has that,
I know, I just thought of something we have to do.
okay.
We have, well, yeah.
Okay.
And to be clear, going into this, we're not looking to slaughter all of the bunnies.
No.
We're looking to drive out resistance.
Yes.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
Well, but we want that to be clear to the Warren bunnies as well. Like we just should think that everyone should be welcome, and that tradition isn't necessarily the most important
should be
thing over
welcome
lives.
and thus join us or leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna let that stand. All right. So for our Game Feels tweets, we have one from Javier Beltran. For you, Lizzie.
Ooh, Javier. Ooh.
Javier says you are a charismatic, endearing bunny, and saves her on you too.
Yay. Thank you.
Javier also says to you, Anna.
Oh boy.
You are forever an ethereal and fearsome fleet grand admiral. Fleet appreciation.
Well, that one's just true.
Ah, I'm sure.
Hashtag Geek Fleet.
Geek Fleet. And then one last one from Javier Beltran. He affirms Toronto Gal 80. You are a valiant and inspiring unicorn. I love it when we
Toronto Gal is an amazing,
Yeah.
amazing human.
Sounds like she deserves it.
Strip.
What is
She
what
does.
is Javier's Twitter handle?
That's
It
a
is
Frithiel.
Frithiel.
Well, that's not his
Well,
Twitter handle.
yeah,
Is
his-
JP.
oh.
Beltran.
JP Beltran. Beltran. You know why I can say that right? Because it's my last name too.
Dun dun dun.
We may in fact be related.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know. Okay. Darth Bin says, as technology affirming sanguine, Quetzalcoatl supports this adorable night raid of unhinged, ardent Lagomorpha. I think I said all those words right. Maybe not Lagomorpha, but all the rest of them. Especially Quetzalcoatl. That's a pretty good one. So, Ralph. I'm working on that name. So Ralph says, oh, you, Anna, are a lurking, contriving bunny, rabbit power.
Once again, just plain true.
Uh-huh. And then Joe, who's Final Fantasy IX, or FF9 as he prefers.
F9.
This week, I am an elegant, calming koala. So says the Strix. And really, who would argue with her?
Nobody smart.
No one's smart. Oh, and then we have someone tweeting us. Ooh, it's Adam Reiner. Some killer bunnies saying you're next with a knife. I'm not going to show you guys that one. But then Stephen Kane says you are all maniacal, devious satyrs. Yeah, devious satyrs. Ooh, you're getting a lot today, Anna. You pushed some buttons. So Exorus says you are a scheming, slinking serval.
Servals
That
are
doesn't
awesome.
sound
kinda
very
cool.
nice.
Servals are awesome.
Okay,
I
what's a serval?
recently saw a video of a serval just like jumping around. And,
It's like a cat.
yeah.
A wild cat.
Yeah.
Cool.
That some people keep as pets.
They're pets. They're not pets.
No.
They're really, really not pets. Darth,
Bunny overlords.
Darth Ben also said to repeat what I said for all to hear. You guys are awesome, and interacting with you all makes all of our days better. That one's awesome.
Likewise.
And then Syl says hyper RPG is mystifying, zestful tieflings.
Zestful.
Well, since Zach is the tiefling overlord, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
We're all just tieflings in disguise. Okay, I'm going to save the rest for a little bit later. I'm gonna pause there. But those are great affirmations, you guys. Keep them coming with the hashtag #GameFeels. And of course, if you really want them to not get in trouble and die, you can always donate or subscribe, waste some time, and get an affirmation. So everybody wins.
She doesn't even try to hide it anymore.
Except for me. I really want to
Oh, you almost said it. Oh my goodness, she almost came out with it. She wants
really
to kill us.
want to
Oh
make a
my
good
God.
game for everybody to enjoy.
Wow. You
She
just
wants-
almost said it.
She wants the Monday Rabbit stew to be us.
Felt the words coming out of your
I didn't
mouth.
say 'em.
Oh, you almost did though.
Mm.
You almost did.
Owls.
Saw your mouth forming. Kill. She wants to kill us. She was saying it.
This is her last chance.
Oh, we could always come back around for more bunny torture.
Plot thickens.
The plot thickens. All right,
Much
so
like the stew she wants to put us in.
oh yes, so Rhea is now at your side,
Yeah.
and you are still just now
Now you have a
approaching the outside
Yeah.
of the door. So what's your next move?
bunny bodyguard.
So our next move is, and please feel free to, if you want to throw anything else in
No,
here.
yeah.
So our next move is going to be, we're going to, with our previously gained knowledge of what the patrols are, we're going to try and sneak through the patrols. And maybe get a jump on one of them
Oh, okay.
before we proceed further into the warren to raid one of the little outskirt burrows.
Okay. So you want to jump another rabbit?
Just to incapacitate.
Well, should we just avoid?
We could do that.
You could sneak. There is a sneak move.
We are so sneaky. So very sneaky.
We could do that.
What? Well, ooh. So is Papaya disagreeing with
No,
our glorious leader here?
no, I'm her consultant.
The glorious leader
This is an established thing.
welcomes input. If people think that the glorious leader is wrong, then I welcome them to respectfully bring up their disagreement. We can have a discussion. There is only one thing that is taboo, and it's the tag on my ear, and then I'm going to cut your head off. See that Kill Bill reference?
I mean,
don't know if that was
Lucy Lou
clear.
is my favorite part of that movie.
Lucy Lou is so good.
Anyway, we don't. Katana fight. Okay. I just couldn't. Katana fight. So you suggested maybe we should sneak instead, and you go, okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's just less stressful.
Chop her head off. No. Save Papaya.
Save Papaya. It would be a really ironic twist if you're the one that ended up killing
Oh
Papaya.
my
I'm just saying.
gosh.
Yeah, that's probably what'll happen. It's fine.
Ah!
Cool with that.
Okay,
Never,
so since
never.
there is a group of you that is sneaking, I'm not going to make you sneak individually because that's tedious. So I'm pulling a rule 0 here, meaning I as a GM am going to make a decision about how things work. So I'm going to have you guys roll for the group as a whole, all 7 to 8 bunnies sneaking past those guards. Do you want to do it or do you want her to do it?
I want her to do it.
All right.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
You can't touch my dice anymore.
I'm sorry.
Snake eyes. Snake eyes.
I'm sorry. I touched them. I'm sorry. I
But
got my
if nothing else,
bulginess on
this
them.
is future proof that my dice are not weighted. So if they were, they'd be weighted the other way.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So
It's fine.
So when you fail a move like this is when I, the GM, make a hard move, which is when I get to do something interesting.
Abort! Abort! Run, buddies, run!
So, oh gosh, this is gonna be great.
Oh my god, this is what she wanted the whole time.
So what happens is you're trying to sneak past the patrol bunnies, and one of your bunnies trips and kind of falls into this dry brush and makes a racket. And the patrol bunnies, they go, "Whoop, who's there?" And they start sort of hopping towards you. And then all of a sudden, just from, let's say, the east, what sound did macaques make?
Oh shit.
Well, see, I don't know what kind of monkey a macaque is.
They're like a smaller monkey.
Tiny.
Pretty tiny.
So they probably make like a kind of a chittering, cooing noise, like.
Okay. So you hear coming from the east, Minnie. You hear the macaques coming. The troop of macaques sweeps into the area.
Excellent.
And
My minions have arrived.
This is good for her. I don't know about me.
Riders of Rohan, gone to a cold parade.
so it's
I appreciate that we've moved from Game of Thrones to Lord of the Rings, which I think is...
a fluid call.
You know.
It's a fluid call. So apparently you have talked to the macaques and told them about this, and they have decided that they are going to help.
Perfect. I
It's
almost
fine, everything's
suggested
fine.
that.
It's
I
fine.
almost suggested that before, but I'm like, no, that's going a little far.
It's fine, everything's fine.
So
We release the macaques.
you are cool with the macaques. However, they could do something to you. So you're gonna roll to resist panic.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to these dice. I mean, whatever, you know, at this point. 3.
I'm trying to work with them. I really am. I brought in the macaques because I thought it would be cool. But Strix can control dice with her mind. We've just seen proof.
Oh my god.
So you just failed your panic roll,
Yeah.
which means up your panic by another point.
I'm up to 2.
Okay. And it's another hard move. So if she had gotten a 7 and 9, she would have been able to pick something. I get to pick now. So... oh, Lord. Rhea, who has been like, sees the macaques, and she just loses her mind. And what she does is she turns to bolt, and she bolts right into you.
Into me?
Into you.
Yeah.
So she bowls you over and stuns you. And so you're like on your back, and you're like, what is going on?
Fuck.
And the macaques are just in the middle of all of you, like picking up bunnies. And a macaque picks you up.
I would like to attempt to use my swiftness to get in between the macaque hand.
Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna retcon this just a little bit. So the macaque is now reaching for you.
And as soon as it does, I'm gonna dive.
And you're just gonna, right over there?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can mind bend these dice too.
Stop that! Stop it!
You guys are so dead. Like, we're so dead.
Do not use your Jedi mind tricks on my dice. Knock it off. These are important to me. I've had these since I was 6.
Aww.
Oh. Okay, I'll blow
So
those
they
again.
are ancient elven relics.
So, to clarify, she rolled a 1 and a 2.
I look tired. Oh, thanks, Top Daddy. Nothing makes me feel better than being told how tired I look. It's really true of anyone, really. Don't you both love being told how tired you look?
I mean,
It's
she's
delightful.
aging before your eyes because of these rolls.
Hyper
Hyper
Power
go! Oh, Lordy Lord, I'm gonna die myself.
If Frithia would like to finish this game with some
Let's
powerful
finish
game-
this game with some powerful #game feels.
No, Bob the Ninja Goldfish, it wasn't anything to do with Zach. He didn't touch these particular dice. I made sure of it.
I did though.
All right, a 5th reel. Oh, we can bring the game feels. It's coming. We got enough time.
See?
See, there you go. So the 5th reel.
It's her mind tricks.
It's not. I'm not a Jedi. I'm a Sith. Anyway,
Yeah, well, that's clear.
focus. I got a firm ethereal here.
Confirm.
Okay, a 5th reel.
Ifithia.
A 5th reel.
Ifithia.
You are a tender, conquering dragon. Which, if you're gonna be a conquering dragon, tender's where it's at. That's a pretty good one.
He's like, I'm gonna conquer you all, but I'm gonna be nice about it. Let's cuddle. Let's cuddle. Everybody cuddle.
The snuggly Dovahkiin.
I'll keep you all warm.
So, I feel like you need to breathe. Just.
I'm panicking. No, I'm good.
I'm a rabbit. I'm panicking.
Yes, my healthy glow is. Okay, so you You failed in your swiftness roll.
I did.
Very badly.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
Strix is the force.
I am just made of
It's actually
midichlorians.
wasn't that bad because swiftness +2, so it was 5,
It was
not
5.
3.
Okay. That does sway how this works out.
Yeah, it's. I mean, still
my mind.
failed,
Yeah.
but not badly.
But it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob the Ninja of Goldfish thinks there is no way Strix is a fizz. That's cute. So
How wrong you are.
Strix is the force.
I mean, have you played
Strix facts. Strix is the force.
midichlorians right here?
Oh
All
my god,
midichlorians.
we're never speaking of midichlorians
Ever again?
No,
Are those never a thing?
that was never
Okay.
a thing.
Though I did play Knights of the Old Republic, and I did totally play a Sith.
Oh yeah, like I played Star Wars the SWATer online. Yeah, and I played Sith as well.
See, I played a Sith that I wanted to kind of walk the
you
neutral
tell?
path, and they don't really allow
They don't
that
reward
very
that.
well.
No, the gear that you need to use has to be like super Sith ranked.
Yeah.
So
It's
I stopped playing because Hot Ball was just so freaking annoying.
I stopped playing because I couldn't be middle of the ground. That was all I wanted, was to be middle of the ground.
I did the Inquisitor storyline and thought I could be pretty like nice for a
No,
Sith.
not the same. That's what I did. There's no way.
Really?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Maybe my perspective on it is just screwed up.
I mean, in the Inquisitor storyline, from what I remember, it was like a couple years ago now. Like one of the first things you do is they make you torture and murder someone.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're strapped to a chair.
I mean, you don't have to do.
No,
like,
I think
you
I
can
didn't.
do
Yeah, I
it
think I probably didn't do
differently,
it.
but
I think I
Yeah.
probably did it.
But they
that's
give you
the
that.
scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Anyway, okay, so you fail, and what I'm gonna say happens is, you trip on your floppy, injured ear. It gets under your foot, and you sort of just face plant and slide up to the macaque's feet,
well, now I have extra mud.
which is great because you already got the thing going on. So the macaque is now holding you because he got a hold of you, and he looks down at you.
It's my sister.
And he chitters at you like, "What do you mean it's your sister?"
It's my sister. You're holding my sister.
Well, should I put her down?
Please.
Please.
So the monkey goes, burp. And he just kind of like tosses you behind him.
Roll, buddy, roll.
And he goes,
Tuck
to
and
go grab
roll.
it.
Shh.
So apparently the macaques weren't instructed like which bunnies to grab. They're just
Oh.
grabbing bunnies.
Just grabbing.
Just any bunnies they can get. So he tosses you and he goes for another bunny, but you kind of land and it's not gently, right? Macaques are not gentle creatures. So that is where you are now. What do you guys do? You're in the middle of a pitch battle between macaques and the guards and you, and the macaques don't know that there are sides. So I'm assuming you're gonna do something.
You're the one with the line into the macaques. Like, papaya.
Macaques, follow me. Charge.
You really do that?
I like the way you said that. You really do
You
that.
really do that?
Yes, they do. It may not work, but I'm gonna try it.
Okay. So the macaques, they kind of go, papaya, papaya, papaya. And so if you start moving towards the warren, they are gonna like follow you.
I start moving towards the
Okay. So you are now charging to the warren with an army of macaques behind you. And the bush bunnies taking up the rear. And I'm gonna say you're in the back with the bush bunnies right now.
Okay.
You can move up if you want to, but that's kind of where you landed, and then they kind of charged. And so maybe you're gathering your people up and inspiring them with like let's follow Ben's
let's
charge.
Just follow the monkeys.
And this is the story of how Papaya became the great warlord Papaya.
Leader of the macaques.
War bunnies. Leader of the macaques.
Yeah.
Because nothing inspires morale like face planting. Hey, they're macaques, you know? What are you gonna do? So yeah, we
Okay. So you charge into the warren. What greets you upon entering the burrow?
well, the macaques can't get into the burrow.
Oh,
can
they can't.
Can't.
It seems like they would be too big to get into the actual holes of the warren, like into
Yeah.
the underground.
But they could take it apart.
Okay. So what does that look like?
So that's me running, rallying the troops on top of the warren and saying, This is the warren that we came for.
Let's destroy it.
This is not exactly going how I thought it would.
Does it ever?
Okay, so are you instructing the macaques to start digging up the warren?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't really know, like, I don't think it's so much a hole as a thicket that has been, you know, maybe some mud applied and nothing that I can't rebuild. Given, you know, time and permission.
So I'm going to rally the troops and try and instruct people to, in the madness, to start grabbing whatever supplies and things that they can out of the warren, and once they've got things, to move, not to fully retreat because they won't do that, but to move back from all of the chaos so that we can then regroup. Does that make sense?
So you're instructing the bush bunnies to raid the warren
Yes.
while it's being destroyed by the macaques.
See, when you say it like that.
This is mad. Monkey assured destruction.
To try and give the monkeys, you know, a wide berth and be quick about it.
Okay. So you're gonna send them into the danger zone. Danger zone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But and is Rhea still with me, or did she just take off?
I mean, she bumped into you and you kind of went like this. So
Yeah.
she's right there.
Okay, she's right there with me. Excellent. Good. Everything's fine. So what I, meanwhile, am going to try to do is I'm going to try to find Nima's kit so that I can grab it and take it.
So for you listeners who maybe were not tuned in during our first episode, there was a third bunny. And that bunny died during childbirth
R.I.P. Nima.
and left a single kit in the warren, which Harish has now taken as his own to raise.
Because, I mean, it is his.
It is actually his child.
But Harish is kind of a dick.
Well, sometimes. I think
No,
he tries.
pretty much every time we've seen him, he's been a
He's
dick.
a dick to us.
He's a dick to
So
That is true.
from
He's a
our
dick to us.
perspective, just saying, just tossing it out there.
All right. So in the middle of these, you give your grand speech to the lemurs, the monkeys, and you give your grand speech to the bush rabbits, and everyone is about to basically like descend on the warren. And that's when you hear this bellowing voice from within the warren, and it's Harish's voice, who is the leader of the warren, and he says, "That is enough!" And he says it in such a booming, authoritative way. I don't want to say it too loud because our mics are sensitive and your ears will hurt, but imagine just like he just lays down the thunder and he steps out of the warren into the mouth of it by himself.
He what?
That's right, he steps out of the mouth of the warren by himself, and he's kind of like puffed up like this.
Oh, then.
And he says, "What is the meaning of this?"
And I look at the macaques. Get him.
Jesus.
So, somebody in chat, oh, here it is. Terror Trooper says he thought that Watership Down was a brutal bunny story. Or she, I'm sorry, I made an assumption. Yeah.
It was really brutal.
It was, but nothing compared to this.
I mean, it's
Your
kind of the
Honor,
same.
I admit to killing that bunny, but in my defense, he was a dick. But yes, I turn to the macaques and say, he's one of the ones that was mean to me.
So this is not what I was expecting.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Really?
so my little GM plan was that Harish would step out and he would actually challenge you to an actual challenge, which is a mechanic in the warren for basically like turf, right? And to be like, "You're the leader, no, I'm the leader. Let's settle this mano a mano." Like basically a duel. So he was gonna duel you for like control of the warren. However,
It's entirely possible that
I've
the macaques
chosen-
are not listening to me.
well, this is yes and.
I mean, you're very much allowing me to have an army of macaques right now.
I am.
And I am rolling with that because you are allowing me to have an army of macaques right now.
So what we're gonna do is we're
I
gonna
keep waiting for you to say, I don't know about that.
and they rip you apart and eat you. No, that doesn't happen quite yet.
Yet! Did you hear it? Oh
What?
my god.
Well, they're acting like I'm the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
You led us to this.
It's true though. You led us to this.
So Harish, who is a well-respected council member and leader of the Warren, however not respected by you apparently, is in the middle of trying to issue you a challenge so that you can settle this without blood. Is like, you know, Saranya, come forward and I will and then like macaque, right? The macaque, there's just one macaque and he's like, this is so much fun! And he just like dives at Harish and then like grabs him and then like rolls. And Harish and the macaque are now like fighting. Oh god. So what I'm gonna do...
And Harish is not particularly young.
No, he's an older bunny.
He's a gray bunny.
But you know, he's kind of stocky and built. I wouldn't want to fight him. He's got some bunny claws.
I didn't want to fight him either.
But
Huge fangs!
huge fangs.
Big wig for that old dude.
So the macaques think this is great fun. Oh, jeez. So the one macaque is now wrestling Harish, and the others just start going to town on Warren. Which means your bunnies see that as a signal to start raiding, so now everyone is moving at once. Do you pay attention to what happens between the macaque and Harish? Or do you go raid the Warren?
I am not going to go into the Warren and raid. I am going to oversee the battlefield.
Okay.
My general. Now I'm the one questioning my life choices.
What have you created? Is what I want to know.
My dead-eyed sister.
Fire Raven is totally correct. We went from Game of Thrones to Lord of the Rings to Monty Python. The way the world always goes, particularly with RPG.
It's true. It's true. No, screw Harish. I'm gonna go try to find Nima's kit.
Okay, so you're trying to find Nima's kit.
Yes.
And you are
With Rhea.
surveying the battlefield.
Yeah, trying to keep an eye out, like if a macaque goes and grabs
One of ours?
one of
Okay.
ours, being like, whoa, hang on, careful. And
Okay.
like keeping them from doing too much damage that I can't fix, kind of a thing. Like what I can with that, but I'm cold and dead to these bunnies, so whatever. This is just, they brought this on themselves.
Alright.
So I'm like, you know, whatever.
Okay.
When I turned around, I just saw, I'm like, what? Oh, okay.
So
Pop up.
Harish is in a life or death battle with this macaque. I don't know if you've ever heard a rabbit scream, but I have.
It's horrible.
And it's horrible, horrible sound. So he gets a few good bites in on the macaque, and the macaque makes also a horrible screeching sound, which is not actually as bad as a bunny scream, but it is like violent over there. And then
Papaya's unleashing the voices in her head. Papaya got the army of 12 monkeys.
that's right.
Pablo.
So, but then something else unexpected happens.
Oh, good.
Babu appears.
Oh, I knew that bastard wasn't dead.
Indeed, Babu is not dead. And Babu charges in at the macaque that is attacking Harish, and he gangs up on him, and the tide starts to turn. Harish and Babu are kind of starting to kick this macaque's butt.
Are there still bush bunnies outside?
They've all gone in to raid the Warren, haven't they?
That was the instruction.
That was the instruction. So it's you and the macaques, and now Harish and Babu. And remember, some of the patrol is still loose, because the macaques are just kind of grabbing whoever.
Yeah.
So they hear that something is going on, they see Babu, and they start trying to make their way over to that fight.
The patrols?
The patrols. Which is, let's say, two bunnies from the Warren.
Trixie.
Very, very tricksy.
So are you going to intervene, or are you going to just let that play out?
Shoot, I don't know.
The decisions
I
in this
can't-
game are so hard.
Yeah, it's true. Probably gonna get my butt kicked, because I'm not... I'm a general, not a fighter.
Could you... Am I allowed to suggest things?
You're totally allowed to suggest things.
Okay.
You're just not physically there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you maybe raise the attention, like
Well,
get
that's
the attention of the other macaques to like what's going on over here?
See, I'm feeling like I've been pushing that. And... Does the macaque that's in the fight have a name that I am familiar with?
Yeah, let's call him... Ankit.
So Zenimer has noticed the look that you're using, Lord Strix,
I don't know what you're
as
talking
you
about.
use the Force.
Yeah.
I just want to
Strix?
say, it's been preserved by the internet.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. You can't prove anything. I don't have force looks. I have dead eyes.
No, that's me.
Papaya.
Where do you think Papaya learned it from?
Yeah.
Okay, so the macaque you know is Ankit. He's a younger male macaque. He's one of the more raucous, sort of unpredictable of the monkeys. But you know, we hung out and talked with him before. But his name is Ankit.
So I call out, Ankit needs help! And I charge Babu. Like, charge him with the goal of knocking him out of, away from Ankit. And that's it. That is my express goal. I'm not trying to injure necessarily, just push away. Just bowl into and push away. And that's what I want to do.
Okay, so that's probably going to be a roll.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to use the challenge rules.
Okay.
Because there's not really like a way for bunnies to like punch other bunnies, because bunnies don't punch. But in the mechanics of this game, we use challenge to settle things. So let me look that up really quick. Going around the chat or something.
I'm just thinking we've only got about a half an hour left.
I'm working on it.
I'm so cold.
All
All
right,
right,
you know
let's
what? We're
talk
not
to the
gonna waste
voices
time.
in my head.
We're not going to waste time with that. What we're going to do is we're going to have a roll off.
It's a roll off.
If I had Twitter, I would share this affirmation. You're not
You can
allowed
share it
to-
right
What
now.
are you using my dice for? Use Zach's dice.
Okay. All right, so this is a roll off. So I'm inventing this right now. So it is you challenging Babu. It's a raw roll. So whoever gets the highest amount
Please.
wins.
Please.
Okay.
Y'all don't even see what she just rolled.
I was trying to roll before. Ooh.
Oh!
We rolled the
Y'all,
same amount.
We
they
rolled the
both
same
rolled
amount.
5s.
So we tied in this challenge.
And I would say that you should rule on that, not have us roll off again.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion.
No, it's totally fine.
We get a
So
mixed result.
Papaya
Shit's getting real in the
challenged Babu. She charged in there, and she kind of smacked up against him, tried to get him away from the macaque Ankit. And Hyper Rabbit Power Go! You guys are gonna try to sabotage me at the end, aren't you?
Yes,
This one's for Zach.
#setter-Krupp would like to return the favor and throw some affirmation back to Zach, our beloved overlord.
So Zach is not here right now, so we can't bring him out. He is at Emerald City Comic Con.
But you can tweet him
which is
this.
Super cool. And if you are on your way there or going to be there this weekend, go and find him in the gaming area if you can. He'll, I'm sure, be wearing orange pants.
Always the
Really?
orange pants.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think he has like 5
It's
pairs.
his brand.
Really?
Brand clothes.
He got to brand himself, and that's what he chose. Sorry, Zach. Sorry.
It's only because he's not here to get her.
We're not
It's
judging.
true though. It's true though. He's not here to bust in.
All right, so this is Zach's affirmation. My suggestion would be to tweet his Overlord account with this so that he knows that he's been affirmed. And he is a mysterious, trusting, I know it's Zach, but he's trusting, steed.
Well, no, that's actually...
A mysterious, trusting steed.
That's actually fairly... He trusted us all to run this place without him here,
That's
which
true.
is really bizarre.
And he trusts our constituency to support the channel and engage with us and behave, which They largely do, most of the time.
I keep
Good
forgetting
folks.
to like not talk when the camera's on you and just you. So Joe is going to yell at me so much when the show is over.
That's okay. We
He
all
won't
learn.
really yell. He'll just be like, "You're an idiot."
Joe doesn't
And
really
I'll be
know.
like, "Yeah." I feel like I've had this conversation. Okay. So the macaques are your family, Papaya. They probably named you after the fruit they pick.
Oh, maybe. That's, yeah. Because you were an
Probably.
outsider that came into the Warren.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So the challenge is a draw. So you square off against Babu and you keep him from helping Harish. But he also keeps you from helping the macaque, Ankit. And now that the tides have turned, Harish has found his second wind here. And he is beating Ankit back at this point. He's doing okay. Because the cactus got attacked by like really rabid bunnies. I mean, it probably won't last long, but at this moment, Harish has the upper hand. So, I'm gonna do.
But hopefully
Something else
some
here.
of the macaques heard me.
She looked at me when she said that. That's bad.
Okay, cool.
She said cool when she rolled. That's bad too.
No, that's good for you.
Oh,
So, we're gonna go to you now. What's going on in the Warren?
So I am hopping my little bunny tail as quickly as I can. I know that Harish has been taking care of Nima, and I know that Harish is now outside. So since I also know where he is because I was there for the
birth.
sad, blessed event, I am going to hurry Rhea as quickly as both of our little bunny tails can hop to Harish's chambers, searching for Nima's kit.
Okay. So, you know exactly where to go. This isn't hard for you. There's just a lot of chaos in the Warren right now. So,
Sorry. Steed. Paradigm shift. A steed.
Steed.
A mysterious, trusting steed.
Like a
and
horse?
By the time you hear this, Zophyr and Tiny Cat.
come on, this should be in like your
It's fine.
mnemonic
Sorry.
memory
Carry on.
right
It's
now.
fine.
Because remember the steed last time was like, just remember the noise and you'll remember that it's a horse type of steed.
Sorry, carry on.
Not a stead. Homestead. Yes, steed. Okay, so you're dodging through rabbits who are just going nuts at this point, and they're like, "Who are you? What's going on? Run, hide, fight!" And like rabbits that you know who aren't actually like bush rabbits are now kind of fighting each other because they don't know what's up. Because remember, it's middle of the night, they were all sleeping, and they were like, "What? Ah!" So you make it to Harish's chamber, and there is a kit asleep there.
Would I recognize it as Nima's kit?
I mean, did you stick around long enough for it to open its eyes?
Well, they don't open their eyes for like days, do they?
Well, it had been a few days.
If Harish didn't sequester the kit off into his room the whole time, then Saranya definitely would have had an interest in seeing
Okay,
the
so
kit.
yeah, then you recognize the kit.
Okay. And then just gonna take a quick look around, make sure that there are no like nannies hanging around that I'm gonna have to deal with. And I'm gonna tell Rhea, all right, Rhea, this is our friend's baby, and we are going to rescue it and take it back with us to the bush.
Okay.
I know they're bunnies, but I'm imagining fire and the fall of I honestly, that is such a huge compliment to me at the very least. I think to us, like that our role playing inspires that
fall
imagery
of Troy.
is I mean that's our goal really, like to inspire that sense of tension.
This
and
is a Grand
drama
Bunny
and-
epic.
Yeah.
I liked when, forgive me, I don't remember who said it, but somebody was talking about the hero's journey of Saranya.
Yeah.
And as a lit nerd, that made me really happy.
Oh, Joseph Campbell. Oh, we could talk about you endlessly for hours. And now all of it is there.
Yeah.
Monomyths. Yeah, don't get me ranting about monomyths. You guys have done this to me before. I will just go.
Come on guys, it's only like 15, 20
No,
more minutes.
we're gonna do
Yeah.
this. We're gonna focus.
Okay, so,
So how do you like pick her up in your mouth? Like how do you get this kit out?
yeah, that's how bunnies carry baby bunnies, right? Like, grab her by the scruff and
Yep.
out we go.
Okay, so now you're trying to escape the Warren with your hostage.
Yeah. Not hostage. That's a really uncharitable
Foster
way to
somebody.
spin that. Like,
So are you
like-
trying to sneak out, or are you not trying to sneak out?
I'm trying to get out as quickly as possible.
Okay, your choice was sneak or bolt. So, haha, I disguised it. So now you're gonna try to bolt.
Yes.
So let's see how you do.
Unfortunately, I am a swift runner.
Ooh.
So I get to, essentially, I get another +1 to swift, to my bolt. And I've already got a +1. Oh, please, dice. So 4, 5, 6, +7. I got a 7, and I needed a 6 through 9.
Okay, so what happens on 7 to 9 with bolt?
Oh, on a 7 through 9, you run fast enough, but choose 1. You don't end up exactly where you intended. It takes more out of you than you would have thought, and take -1 forward. It's much closer than you care for, and take a +1 panic.
That's also you got a 7, right? Because +1 quick swift.
It's still in the same range, 7
Yeah,
to 9.
no,
Yeah.
I know. I just
Yeah. I rolled a 7, and I needed a 6 through 9 in order to get what is essentially a 7 through 9.
Yes. So which do you pick? Madame.
You know, we're gonna be real here. There's a lot going on that's really frightening. So I think I'm just gonna have to eat that extra panic.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, which
Okay.
brings me up to a 3.
That's getting close to your roof there, madame.
Yeah,
You do not want to panic right now.
I really don't.
Don't want to do that.
But I really don't feel like there's any other choice in that situation.
There's not, because you're a buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so you freak out and you are bolting out of the warren.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that you make it to the mouth of the warren, and we're gonna switch back to you. What has been going on? Wait, what do you do?
I'm resisting panic.
You're resisting panic. Okay.
We all just gotta keep it real, you know? Sometimes
Which
the
I
GM
did
messes
fail.
with us. Oh
Okay.
god.
Not by a lot, but I did.
So you failed to resist panic.
So I'm gonna increase that by 1.
So your panic's now at a 2. Your threshold is 4. So you're getting close as well.
Just being real about it.
Okay.
Goes both ways.
White Wabbit, yes. Colony News is supposed to be at 5.
Well, no, it's
Never
like
mind.
5:30 on Tuesday.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, on Tuesdays, and on Wednesdays it's more a part of Death from Above. So it starts at 6 and it ends as soon as we are ready to give you Death from Above. Although today they've got a couple of rules changes that they're going to talk about as well. So
All right.
it'll be cool.
All right. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what's coming up on next week's weekly affirmations as soon as we wrap up with the play and a couple
Cool.
other things too. And we're also going to do a debrief of this game, so be prepared to talk about stuff. You've been warned.
And I say, and I look slightly panicked, but I look sternly into Babu's eyes, and I say, "This is not your Warren anymore.
My papaya.
See reason and go."
Okay.
With the macaques behind me glaring and arms. Yes.
So-
Lead my monkeys to war.
Did you leave Harish to his fate?
Unleash the monkeys
Well,
of war.
I kind of assumed that I had to. Like, if I don't have Babu's attention by some reason, then I will do something else. Yes.
This is Bhavan.
This is the Warren!
Okay. So,
but-
okay. All right. So I'm about to get super dark here.
Oh god, Lord.
I'm just saying, you're prepared. If there are kids, they
Maybe
don't go
tune
to their
out.
room.
Maybe leave.
So, with you and Babu squared off, there's no one to help Harish. The patrols get to him because of the screen of macaques, and Ankit has had enough of this. So Ankit does what a monkey does when they get a hold of a nice squishy bunny, and he tears him limb for limb. So now there are Harish pieces near the mouth of the warren.
Blood splashed across my fur. I look at Babu.
Come at me, bro.
You are officially a Sith bunny. I have now turned you to the dark side.
You didn't turn anybody.
You were already there? Okay.
I think that's why we get along.
I was remembering the papaya in the summer dress in the first episode. That was like,
I know, right?
fine.
I feel like we all though willingly hopped into this. Like,
all popped.
Wow.
So that is when you come out of the mouth of the warren with the kit and you see what is left of Harish. Guess what?
Guess what? What?
Resist panic.
Bless.
Don't fan art that, please.
No, yeah, please don't.
No, actually don't. I'm being serious.
Yeah,
don't
we
do
don't
that.
want to see that.
4, 5, 6. No, wait. That's not enough, is it?
Plus you're steady.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh dear.
Oof.
So I am at 4 panic.
One more panic.
One more, y'all, and
No good. No good will
it's
happen.
gonna get real.
It's already pretty real.
It's gonna get realer.
Okay, so you have seen another bunny in pieces, and you are now in pieces metaphorically. And so, I'm gonna say that you lose control of your senses for a hot second, and you just dart.
Okay.
You choose a random direction and you bail. Now, you have the kit in your mouth, and you have Rhea glued to you, but you kind of like dart off past the macaques into the darkness.
Okay.
You are running blindly at this point.
Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
The other bush rabbits see you bail, right? Because they are following you out of the warren with all of their supplies and stuff.
Right.
Zophyr, that's great. Papaya the Sith, all over it.
Yes.
Yeah, just no bunny parts.
No
That's
bunny,
all we're
no.
saying is no bunny parts as
It's not
part of
cool.
any fan art. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yes.
but Sith, papaya,
Definitely. Oh, talk about a character.
papaya,
arc.
no, not
So-
the younglings.
Do the bush bunnies maybe follow me?
They also scatter in a bazillion directions because there is a dead rabbit at the mouth of the warren. So this excites the macaques
Oh god.
because now there's like new stuff going on, and they also start darting in all directions after whatever bunny they can get a hold of because Dark Lord Sith Papaya here is just kind of like raining down the terror.
She's just painting the battlefield with the blood of her enemies.
Blood of someone. Just saying. Okay, so I'm gonna say that if you want to take any sort of narrative actions now, you can. At some point very soon, you're gonna kind of be like, whoa, what did I just do? Anything before we...
No, go for it.
Okay. Oh, Hyper Rapid Power Go! Welcome, Space Cat.
Space cat?
Space Cat.
No, you have to say it like Space cat?
Is this another joke that I don't get?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning.
Space cat?
Sub
Space
hype.
Cat?
Yeah.
Sub
Oh,
hype.
look at all that sub hype. We're almost to the end and you're thwarting me. You must think it's so funny.
So
Alright,
I'm
Space
sorry.
Cat.
Go, no.
Oh, no. Okay. Space Cat,
Press
I
it.
have an affirmation for you. You are a shiny, handsome griffin. I hope that you feel affirmed and that you take this into your weekend. Very good, very good. Oh, okay. You were saying?
So I was busy listening to the voices in my head and didn't actually hear what the question was.
Oh, that's why. So I'm giving you an opportunity to take a narrative action before we switch to her coming to after having fled. Do you do anything about all of this chaos?
Well, I think I kind of already did in confronting Babu and basically saying, go. This is not your warren anymore.
So when, again, all havoc breaks loose.
Aren't monomyths just the
No! Hyper Power Go! No kinetic.
Join the dark side. Unleash your power and annihilate your
Join
enemies.
the dark side. Unleash your power and annihilate your enemies. Also another mine. Hashtag Defa. Hashtag Evo.
All right, that's kind of awesome. So this is for Aranax. You get affirmed for having that awesome message of Sithiness. So you are a determined, jumping fawn. That's right, a determined and jumping fawn. Jumpedly determined. So it's like, or something like that.
Jumping determinedly.
Jumping determinedly.
Nice.
It's rather than like the thing that the fawn would do with like haha. It's more like her, like a Mad Bambi. Mad Bambi.
Mad Bambi. That fits this game.
It totally fits this game.
Just saying.
Hashtag save papaya from herself. Who knew it was gonna come to that?
Huh, we all did. Let's be real.
It wasn't Anorax, it was Kurgan? I thought it was Anorax.
Oh, that was...
I saw Anorax on the screen.
I did too.
Okay, well, if it was Kurgan, I'm sorry. I read the
Well,
word
why don't we
Anorax.
do another one for Kurgan?
Wait. Anorax donated.
Yeah.
Okay. Or was it dedicated to Kurgan? You know what? I'm just gonna do one for Kurgan anyway.
Yeah, let's do one for Kurgan. Aranex got that one. Let's do one for Kurgan.
Yep.
We have plenty.
There are enough to go around.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. All right, Kurgan, you are an agreeable, yearning echidna, which, as we have established, is somewhat like an anteater, but not quite. All right. Swear to God, we're gonna get to the end of this game. Do not yak at me about monomyths. I told you. We'll do that later. Okay, so.
If you want to.
Don't do it. They're bad. So, Babu, at this point, with all of the people running out of the warren at this point, splits. Like, everyone is running, he's just gonna run. Because the macaques just tore apart his leader, literally. So, everyone's scattering, and you are like, over the warren. Switching to you.
Yes.
You have now bolted, let's just say, into the fields. Now, it's the middle of the night, so there's not much going on. Into the fields. But you realize that you and Rhea are now alone in the dark in the field with this kit, and you now are like, huh, what do I do? So what do you do?
What do I do? So I believe that earlier we established that when we started the raid, the bush bunnies like have a fallback point.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to head there to try and rendezvous with all of the other bunnies that are hopefully also coming to their senses.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll think to meet. So we can do a head count, we can make sure that we've got everybody, and that I'm not going to have to go back for someone.
That would be probably a bad situation for you.
Yeah.
Miss, I'm about to panic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head to basically the meetup zone. And you're not the first one there. There are several other bush bunnies waiting. And they're kind of scuffed up, but some of them have some, good supplies. And they're sitting there huddled in the dark.
Okay. So they're not all there yet.
Nope.
Correct. So after doing like a quick assessment of our head count, I'm going to start asking the other bunnies, did you see what happened to X person, Y person, the bunnies that are not yet accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
See if anybody knows where they might have gone.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm guessing we can't see where Ms. Papaya is with all of her macaque. Look at this face! All of her macaque and army.
Do you get close enough to the warren to see if she's lording over it with the macaques?
Lord. So after talking to the other bunnies and saying, all right, everybody stay here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give Nima's kit over to the most stable looking bunny.
Okay.
Matronly and stable.
Yeah, someone who looks like they've still got the most cool out
Okay.
of the group.
All right.
And me like, this is a kit of a dear friend of mine who died. We need to make sure that the kid is okay. Everyone stay here, keep an eye out. Rhea, can you stay here for me with all of the rest of the bunnies, the bush bunnies?
Nope.
Where is he?
That was part of the deal.
Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. So, and then I am going to carefully and as calmly as I can, just like get my way up there just so I can see what's going on without getting into it.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you just sneak without rolling. So you sneak up to the edge of the area where you can see the warren clearly.
I could really use some Imperial merch right now.
And what does she see?
Papaya.
Papaya playing with the macaques.
Playing with the macaques?
Keeping them entertained and present.
Ah, okay. So you have then successfully taken over the Warren and driven everyone out.
Okay.
All right, so this is where we're gonna narrate the epilogue.
Okay.
For now, because we might revisit these bunnies, because you have just engendered some really bad blood, and there's a whole bunch of bunnies that don't have a Warren now who are gonna be mad at you. So, tell me the wrap-up of this situation. What happens next?
Well, go ahead.
No.
Oh, we're going to, well, hell, Warren's ours now. So hopefully we can get the Warren.
Thank you, Joe.
I didn't even hear.
Well, Papaya is Darth Vader.
So, after the macaques have been, herded back to their tree,
Yeah, we can skip some time
Darth
here.
Papaya.
Yep. No,
So
the macaques were being kept entertained long enough to make sure that any bunnies that came back knew they were not welcome.
got it.
And then
Well-
after you can't come back,
Yes, so
it
we
is
will
very
come back.
easy for Papaya to be like, "Thank you guys for helping so much. We really appreciate playing with you," or "I really appreciate playing with you, and I'll come visit you guys tomorrow."
So we go in and occupy
And then we occupy
the Warren.
the
What'd you
Warren.
do with the leftover Harish?
I figured-
Bury it.
Okay, very
I
good.
figured the macaques took care of most
Yeah, they
of it,
probably ate
but-
a lot of it.
But we treated
Whatever's left,
respectfully.
we
What?
whatever is left, we tried to treat with some respect.
That's good. At least you have that much humanity left.
and honor and buried near one of the sites that he found to be sacred.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
So
So you set up this new Warren. Do you let some of the old Warrenites in if they come around, or do you leave them kicked out?
we take it on a case-by-case basis. We're going to let I feel like we're kind of a democracy, Bunny? Democracy, maybe?
Are you?
You know?
That didn't.
Your choice.
We can try and see how it works out. At least when it comes to inviting new bunnies in, that we make sure to consult our little bush bunny group and see the people who give them insight into who these bunnies were, before all of the
It's
monkeys.
basically a new council, just made of bush bunnies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
A new council. Sure.
Look, Fire Raven. I'm trying really hard. So we will let in the bunnies who have been displaced by our.
Okay.
And were kind-hearted and well-intentioned before.
Okay. That's fair.
You know, there were many that were malicious to Papaya that are not allowed, but the ones that tolerated well enough and didn't go out of their way to be mean, but were, polite and kind enough, sure.
All right. So this is the beginning of a new chapter for our Warren, and the end of this one.
This went a lot better than I thought it
Great
was
job,
going
guys.
to, actually.
There's no trust here. There's no trust. I don't know what I did to deserve that.
It went pretty much exactly as I
Okay.
planned from the beginning.
Well, there's the plan, and then there's the expectation.
Yes.
So it went,
Pretty
about the way I thought it was going. No, about the way the plan went, but I did not expect that.
So this, guys, is the end of our 3 chapters of the Warren for now. We are now going to give away this hard copy of the Warren with the cards, so hopefully Emily is paying attention. Reminder, you do have to be active in chat in order to be selected for the drawing. So if you haven't typed anything in a little while, now would be the time. I'll give you 30 seconds. And while you are typing in chat so that you can qualify for this book, because I'm benevolent like that. Remember that this was written by Marshall Miller. You can pick it up at Builly Pullpit Press. Builly Pullpit was kind enough to donate this and one other copy to give away. We gave away the first one during the first episode. This one is mine personally, so I get to keep it. You can't have it. But it's a great game. You can tell it in dark mode like we just did. However, there is a lighter version, which you can totally play with kids. It's very friendly.
Without me.
You can take out like the bunny mating. You can take out a lot of things.
Ripping asunder.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. We did it because it was fun for us, but you can really make this game your own. So I'm going to say that was enough time for you guys to slip in your comments. If Emily is paying attention, Emily, can you please choose our drawing now?
She's running.
There you are. Okay, can you please pick a winner?
It's not actually, like, she needs a moment.
I know.
Because the delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm just letting her know. She's got to listen to me.
Emily.
Well.
Who is it?
Who is it? Yeah. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about because Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't. I'm still learning about Twitch.
It just depends where she is.
Yes. So,
I can really quickly, basically Papaya's story was a story, or was inspired by a story that one of my friends used to tell me growing up. He had 2 bunnies, and one of them always picked on and I'm cleaning this story up a lot.
yeah.
One of the bunnies always picked on the other bunny and kept continually asserting its dominance in not great ways. And then one day they came back and the bunny that had been the bully had been killed and put in the corner and used as a bathroom.
Oof.
That is...
Bunnies, man.
That is
Bunnies are brutal.
That's one of the things that I think of when you say this is dark mode and these are bunnies. That's where my head goes.
I think that's about right. I think we shared the same vision.
I feel that I was able to take that story where it wanted, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your winner is PWJB.
Ooh, so we have our winner announced. It is PWJB. Congratulations. Obviously, stick around. We're going to contact you for your shipping information, and we will get it sent out to you, and you can play with all your friends and be like, Strix Fact, we played Dead Bunnies, woo! So, how did the game go for you guys?
Darth bunnies.
I really
You
liked
enjoyed
it.
it?
I really enjoyed it, actually. I've never played a tabletop freeform type game. All freeform type RPGs I've played have been online. It was really interesting. I really liked it. I really liked how it just takes on a life of its own. You know, your story just completely takes on a life of its own.
Yeah, I think the key to the games like The Warren is that you can't hold on to things that you want. You have to let it go and discover what things are going to happen.
Yeah.
It's sort of a different mindset than having a, quote, plot. There's no plot here. It's just creating and building off of each other. And if you have a really cool idea, but it turns a different way, you let it go.
Yep.
And you do something else instead. And I think that's sort of the key to having a really good time with games like this. What?
Strix, Anna, and Liz sign in on camera for the winner. Does the winner want that?
No, I would think that the winner might not.
Might not.
Might not.
So we'll
want
ask.
that.
I'll ask. But if that is what you want, it can be arranged. And remember, you can also download my playset and play it for free. There's no extra cost for any of the playsets on the Builly Pullpit website. Just a really quick note about what's coming next. So next is Death from Above, which is a really awesome show where they destroy mechs and it hurts my soul. But next week on Weekly Affirmations, we are going to be doing a little bit more experimental gaming. So I think that hopefully we know each other well enough now that you guys trust me a little bit. I definitely trust you a little bit. We're going to be playing a game called Our Radios Are Dying. And this is a very freeform game by Caitlin Bell. It's available for free online, and it takes an hour to play. We're going to talk a lot about the game beforehand. We're going to talk about safety, which is actually a really important part of these kinds of games. We're going to talk a little bit about vulnerability and freeform, and then we're actually going to play the game itself. And the game is basically about 2 women in space who have had an accident, and they are now floating with an hour's left of oxygen. And you basically have to play that to the very, very end, the literal end. And I've played this game once before. I played it for a podcast with Jeff Stormer. You can look him up. And it was really just a great experience, which is why I want to come bring this game onto this show. Emily and I are going to be the 2 players, which is really awesome. Emily's very excited and I'm very excited. But it's not going to be the traditional setup that you've gotten used to here. We're probably going to be in a smaller room. Things will work a little bit differently. And it's definitely more of an emotionally serious game. This was sometimes serious, but we had a lot of fun and laughing. I'm going to challenge you guys next show to really get into this with us. And so it may work really well, and it may not work so well, but we're gonna figure it out together with you guys. And if you enjoy more games like that, we'll definitely feature more of them on the show. So, man, I hope that you can join us because it's gonna be super intense. You wanna talk about game feels? Go actually look up the play sheet for Our Radios Are Dying from Caitlin Bell's Patron, and you'll see it is super intense. Those kind of games always actually make me really nervous right before I play them, every time. So we're gonna work through that. We're gonna work through it.
I think it sounds like it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be really good. I think Emily's gonna really challenge me to step up my game, actually. So
Looking forward to watching that.
yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Joe, if we could have one more of those wonderful weekly affirmation songs played, we will wrap this up.
In no way ironic.
Oh, I said a weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show.
Yeah.
The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
And that is our show for today. Oh, Conks!
Almost forgot for my weekly affirmation. You do that, and I will grab us a
Oops, almost
marker,
forgot to check in
because
for my weekly affirmation.
if
Have a
signed-
good hashtag Shiawas weekend.
Unless he means by Marshall, unless PWJB means by Marshall Miller.
Okay, it's not signed by Marshall.
No.
No.
But I don't know if.
Let's clarify before we do
yeah.
anything with it.
Okay, so we
Okay.
won't do it on camera.
So
but
before we sign off, we're gonna do one last affirmation. What a great way to end the show. I hope you folks have a wonderful weekend. Remember to be awesome to each other. Const, this is for you. You are a lively, smiling Selkie, which means you're a seal that takes off his skin. That is pretty rad. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. That's the end of our show. Stick around for Death from Above. I'll see you next week.
Oh, I said
Bye.
a weekly
we can have one more time.
affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
It's pretty
Super
decent.
decent.